Yeah, we can't upload to Facebook yet, just because it needs like 100 followers apparently.
Oh, okay.
So, and I didn't get in on it early enough for, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, yeah, my brain. Is that your phone going whoop, whoop?
Yeah, sorry, I'll mute it.
I didn't get in on the, getting it hooked up to X yet. Just because I think to stream to X, you've got to actually pay for the premium and whatnot. So I'm not sure that it's beneficial at this point.
I gotcha.
None of those platforms are growing the way they ought to be, or that we would like them to be just yet. So,
hey, Thomas Ziegler's on there. Thomas says we are live.
Ziegler is there and says, and we're live. That is correct, Thomas. We are live.
Is he related to Dolph?
I don't know. We'll find out in a second if he's
Hi,
listening. Thomas. I know what I needed to do. I also needed to do this. Well, that's what I should probably be doing, is pulling up Peacock and getting that all ready.
Yeah, because we got to sync up.
Yeah, we'll see how well that does it anyways. Sign in? What do you mean you want me to sign in? You've already got me signed in.
No Dolph here.
No.
No Dolph.
No.
I got to put on my glasses so I can see some of these wonderful comments from our viewers.
Yes.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
No Zig Ziglar either.
Cool.
I'd love to have his wealth.
I got a Wingstop commercial.
There we go. That's better. So yeah, apparently last live stream, one of my coworkers hopped on and said, "Hey, Dustin," and he said, "You must have skimmed right over it." I'm like, "Yeah, that happens."
It's quite possible.
It's very easy to miss comments. We try to see what we can, but
Steve Tarr II says, "Hi, gentlemen. Love your channel. Hello."
That was Corey doing his best Bean impression of walking down the elevator.
That was hilarious. Chanel Price saying,
I
love
like
your
that?
guys' videos. I watch them all the time. Happy to hear that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love the love. Appreciate it.
There. I'll go ahead and hit the digital zoom on Corey and his thing. That's funny.
It's something.
YouTubers.
Ugh. Hopefully that fan doesn't throw you guys off too much.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. There's too much background noise.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Yeah. I should never attempt a nap on anything less than, say, I don't know, an hour availability.
Craig FS81 just popping in to say hi. Not sure how long I'll be able to hang out. Just after 11:30 p.m. here. Craig, it is late over there.
Craig.
Where you at, Craig? Over in the UK, I'm guessing. Adding in the time difference. Thomas saying, man, look, he's got the Roddy Piper couch. Or is it the hot rod couch?
I don't know. It's the blanket that the kids fight over couch.
Because it's nice and comfortable. Chanel saying,
Oh my
our
gosh.
videos make her day. Craig is saying, "Yep, over in England." Well,
Appreciate it.
hello from the other side of the pond.
Yep.
Yup.
Okay, we should probably try to get our
Look at that venue.
audios
Synced
synced up.
All right.
I'm seeing Intuit Dome.
I'm seeing the dome. I see some guy with
I'm
his leg
seeing
up over
inside.
I saw Clippers Nation.
No.
James Harden the
No.
Beard.
No.
Sportico.
No. Dwayne Johnson.
Countdown. Los Angeles.
SoFi
Dwayne
Stadium.
Johnson. Hollywood. SoFi
Intuit
Stadium. Intuit
You're
Dome.
way ahead of us.
Okay, tell me
Pause
when you
it-
see
pause it
Pat
for about 10
McAfee.
seconds.
Intuit Dome.
Okay.
Intuit Dome. LA. Clippers.
Shut up.
Clipper Nation.
He said
No.
Pat McAfee. He didn't say anything else.
No. I need talkie.
Pat.
No. Pat.
Oh,
As soon as I say no, then it was Pat.
Okay, so I'll pause for like what, half a second?
let's see. We'll find a good
Pause,
spot
pause.
to pause. Let me see. Pause when you see Triple H in the ring.
Oh, I'm past that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. Yeet.
Reigns.
Yeah, Corey's just a little bit behind, so let me pause.
I'm solo.
Unpause.
Yeah, I'm just. What is it? 35.92.
I'm gonna back out and come back in because I just
223 LED bulbs. There's Pat again.
Trying to.
Boom.
Okay, so I just backed out and came back in, and I'm still ahead of Corey by a little bit.
Collider.
I just saw the Money in the Bank graphic. It's just starting.
Yeet. And Sports Business Journal.
Dustin, when you get to the Money in the Bank graphic, pause.
Intuit Dome.
And then when Corey says Money in the Bank, then we can go.
Okay, I'm paused.
Money in the Bank.
There we go. Okay. Then we should be...
I can hear it. I've got like a little... I can hear it off of somebody's TV. It's just like a slight stutter. So, I think we're good. Yeah, somebody's like a half second behind me. Worlds Collide. Hey, did anybody get a chance to watch Worlds Collide?
I watched that match right there.
Yeah,
I watched
I caught
it.
the tail end of it.
It
You were saying,
was... I watched it.
I love the chain wrestling of that match was great.
Yeah. Did y'all see that? What was it? Who's facing Dumb tonight?
Octagon Jr.
Yeah. Do you see him doing that big tope over the top rope, and then his guy
and
didn't
Lince
catch him at
Dorado
all.
just missed him.
He just went splat. I had to back up and go, ow, my kidneys. Ow.
He just bumped and completely missed it. Iwo Joe says, I saw most of it. I think I saw most of it. There were a couple times that I got bored, which is typical with much WWE product. So I watch it like this the whole time.
Yep. Hey, Rowdy CJ Rousey has a question for us that we answered before.
Thomas Ziegler saying, I'll take CM Punk for 600, Alex. Have you guys...
all three of us.
Rowdy CJ Rousey, have you guys ever wrestled? Yep. All three of us. Kind of depends on what style of wrestling. You'd have to be more specific about that, although I think probably most of them.
Yeah. We did the pin me pay me business. So
we did the what?
Yeah.
Job
Pay
squad.
me. Yeah. We go up and we're like, hey, so I'm working something. No, you're doing such and such. Oh, okay. Where are they at? What's going on?
You tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Amateur wrestling.
Amateur wrestling?
No.
A little bit in high school.
Amateur wrestling?
Grade school.
Dabbled in high school.
I was a wrestling dummy for when Corey was in high school. Him and cousins.
I have authority issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
little bit of amateur in high school, pro wrestling after that. In the 2000s.
Yes, I did, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Sorry I'm late, but Dustin, did you go back and watch Sol Ruca and Kalani Jordan from Battleground? I did not.
Why Sol Ruca is not on the main roster, I have no idea. That woman is unbelievable.
But
it's just a matter of time.
Even Kalani Jordan was amazing in that match. They were both good.
There was a moment we were talking a while back about two of the ladies that were two of the hottest acquisitions that WWE made in Stephanie Vacour and Julia. And I had made a mention that I refuse to watch it because I think that WWE is not recognizing their talent, so I'm not going to watch them in NXT because I think that it was just a pot shot at AEW of trying to say these guys are beneath us, so we're going to put them back in the developmental, so that way you had them main eventing pay-per-views. Now we're putting them in developmental. Look what your talent is comparison to ours.
Yeah, and I think that you were just cracked and overthinking everything.
Well,
especially when you listen to Vacour doing interviews, and she's like, I got a call from Sean who said, hey, which do you want to go to? And she said main roster, and he's like, cool. And then she thought about it, and she's like, ooh, no, my English needs to get better.
Yeah.
Put me on NXT.
So how do you explain
okay.
Mariah May then? Mariah May, the AEW
because their women's roster is bloated right now.
But she just got finished in one of the biggest storylines and the hottest storylines in all of wrestling, the number one female storyline in all of wrestling for last year. And then here she is main eventing.
Arguably,
Here she is main eventing and selling things out, and it's like, oh, we're just going to make you go to NXT. Yeah.
I think that's more of getting her face on there. Where is she going to make the most splash? You put her on the main roster right now, and it's going to be like, oh, this is cool. And where's it going? And right now, they need some star power in NXT because they just moved 2-3 big names from their brand. So they need some star power in there to pump it up. So I don't think it's a big deal. I don't see the big issue with putting somebody on NXT for a little bit because then they can actually get acclimated to the 20-footer. Because
I think that's an entire myth. That's got to be an entire myth because, I mean, think back. We wrestled in 18-footers and 16-footers, and we wrestled in spring rings, and we wrestled in flex rings. It doesn't matter. You get in there, all you need to do is run the ropes once, and you're already acclimated to it. So I think that's a thing of them being for years saying, look how awesome.
Hang on. The stuff that I would do in the 16-foot bar ring, I was not. I'm not doing the stuff that I would do in an 18-footer in a 16-foot bar ring. Just won't do it. I'm changing things up because, well, I didn't need to, and wasn't going to make myself look stupid.
Yeah, but it's not like you got to get
ropes on it. It was weird.
So what you're saying is you had to take 3 months to learn how to wrestle in a smaller ring or a bigger ring. It's like
no, you're picking one little thing out of what I said and thinking that that's my whole argument. No, I'm saying that there's way more to it than what you or I or anybody else is aware of. And I would say that the bloated roster is probably a bigger issue, but it probably doesn't hurt for her to get comfortable with the bigger ring and the way that they run the product and things of that nature, because NXT is a whole lot closer to how the Fed runs stuff or the main roster runs stuff than AEW runs stuff. So
Sure.
for her to come in and get her feet wet, and instead of just, oh, nice to meet you, did you sign here? Okay, and there's the ring. Go. Well, come on. Take a breath.
Okay, but let's be
see
real.
What's going on here?
WWE doesn't even let their talent that have been there for years get straight into the ring. They're like, hey, hold on, we want to cut 3 hours of promos first, and then we'll do a 20-minute match. So it's like, she doesn't have to wrestle for at least 2 months. Like, SummerSlam would be the first that they're really good.
Nobody's arguing about the product, buddy.
No, you're arguing that she needs to get acclimated, and somehow going to NXT is.
I said it wouldn't hurt.
I'm saying it is very evident that WWE is doing the one thing that they said that they weren't doing, and considering AEW a viable threat or challenge, and yet all of their actions have shown it definitely is. I mean, come on, we got AEW's biggest show coming up here in a month, and WWE decides they're going to run 3 shows the exact same weekend.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening to you because you were talking. What's going on?
Thomas Ziegler, that is so cool that you guys have wrestled. Mariah being put in NXT to cover the void of Stephanie and Julia, Roxanne, soon to be Jordynne Grace. I mean, I could kind of see that, but there shouldn't have been a void with Stephanie, Julia, or Jordynne Grace. Roxanne maybe, but the other 3, they should have went straight into the main roster. Like, you've got
Jordan still on NXT though.
Yeah,
I saw she was on the show the other night.
I think she's supposed to be getting called up like this week or whatever.
Oh, cool.
But like, Jordynne Grace has been at their PLEs. She should not have had to go down to NXT. She's viable to go straight in, and all of them are. So is Mariah. So that's the thing that I'm just like, I don't know why.
Right, and that's all I'm saying is that we don't know why. So I don't think it's a political thing as much.
Christopher saying, mark my words, Mariah will be the NXT Women's Champion at the end of Great American Bash. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to make her NXT Champion because apparently that's the rite of passage to get to the main roster is you have to be NXT Champion first. And then we're going to do that, and then we'll go up. I miss the times where NXT was... I don't know. It was building people rather than just let's grab them and bring it in.
Well, some people they need to build. Some people are built. I mean, KO, Sammy, all those guys, they spent so much time prior to even getting to NXT developing their craft, whereas Fed's been doing this homegrown stuff for so long now that it's like, it's all right.
R's got a question. Is there going to be some devil's kisses on top of the ladder?
Ooh,
possibly.
do it.
Ladder, possibly. Chair, probably.
I'm still a little salty that I missed the Money in the Bank from last year. I caught the highlights. You guys watched it, and I was like, what happened? You guys are telling me all about it and some of the stuff, and Chelsea Green going down through the tables, and oh man, some of those moments were just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Chelsea definitely stole that show. It's my opinion.
Oh, she's so
and she's
good.
she's been playing this broken nose thing up just perfectly. I love it. I love it.
She's like, oh, Cody, cute idea. In the day. Right. Watch how I'll do it. And it's so entertaining.
Yep. Sorry, I keep pulling my glasses off and on. I got to look up close for this, but my TV's back there, so I got to pull my glasses off to see the TV. Otherwise, Big E's looking more like Xavier Woods.
Christopher saying, so how are we doing Money in the Bank picks? Just the winners or your winner and your backup? Just the winners. Yeah. That way you've got a 1 in 6 chance of getting those 2 matches. And if you miss it, you miss it.
We did that last year too, didn't we? We just picked who we thought was going to win it.
I think so.
It was just too much.
Yep. And he says, yeah, and by picks, I mean the two ladder matches. What was your guys' favorite match that you guys watched from Worlds Collide?
I'm sorry, I only saw the one. I just saw the Chad Gable and the how do you pronounce his name? Because I can never get it right.
Octagon Jr.
No, Chad Gable.
No, Chad Gable.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
That guy. I saw that.
The son of the Viking.
That's the only one I watched. I'll watch the rest of them later on.
Yeah. And my favorite was actually the opener. I really got a kick out of seeing, Mr. Iguana. Who else was in that? Aerostar.
Mr. Iguana.
Aerostar is fantastic. Aerostar is such an underrated and unknown guy.
Dude.
And then it was cool to see.
I remember looking at
Lince Dorado in there as well. Guy. So, because Lince, he used to be part of Lucha House Party, and then he hasn't been in WWE forever, but somebody was out, or am I thinking of that from, was he in the different match? No, he was in that match, wasn't he?
No, they said that during the intro for those two, I think.
Yeah. But,
I liked it all. I really liked the opener, especially with Dom kind of chiming in and hopping in the ring, and that was good to see. But I really enjoyed the women's match, but just for Stephanie. But that's me. My only 2 real criticisms would be that Conan needs to sit up and speak up. He's got enough clout and authority. He can be a little bit more vocal, and he looked like he was just kind of slouched.
That's Conan though. That's K-Dog. He's just like he's laid back and chill.
I was like, dude, you wearing like pajama pants underneath that? Or what's going on? You look so laid back. And then the lady that's in charge of AAA, she's got that female Donald Trump hair going on, which that's all I could think every time I saw it. I was like, is that a female Trump wig? I'm confused.
Frat House Jersey, hi.
Yeah, Frat House Jersey saying, what's good, everybody? Good to see you. Christopher Strike Leather saying, Mr. Iguana was my favorite. The Iguana guy, R says, I have never seen before, but that guy is totally invested in his gimmick. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So is he like a miniature Luchasaurus? Is that what he is, or what?
I don't know. Okay, so Mr. Iguana to me is if you had a Mexican Danhausen Luchasaurus baby.
That's hilarious. I'm so watching that match.
With a splash of Santino Marella added in.
I saw him coming out, and I was like, did Delirious go down south and change his gimmick?
Kind of, yeah. He's
but
definitely
then with the puppet and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a riot.
It's hilarious.
I got to turn volume up.
Laurinus saying, El Hijo de Vikingo, son of the Viking Raiders. Christopher saying, wish Mr. Iguana was in Octagon Jr.'s place. So do I. Like, I get a kick out of Octagon Jr. It's fun. It would have been more fun for me if it was like Octagon Jr. versus Pentagon or Penta, and then we could have seen the confusion that we would all have of who is who. Just have to look for tattoos. But yes, Iguana versus Dom would be comedy gold.
Yeah.
Christopher saying, is it just me or in a few months or years, AAA will morph into NXT Mexico? Yeah, probably.
Possible.
Well, what was it? At one point during the show, somebody, maybe it was Conan, saying that this is Lucha Libre. This is not American wrestling. Do not get this mixed up. This is not going to be
Yeah.
WWE down south. And said something to the effect that Triple H had mentioned that or something like that.
Yeah, they
that
did
they're
mention
trying to
that.
Keep it authentic.
Yeah. And I think if Triple H still has his way and is still in charge, a few months, a year down the road,
of rumors.
Then yeah, I think it'll still have its own distinct flair. But we could either look at it as an NXT, or we could look at it back in the UK with like Evolve and Progress, how they were feeding before they started NXT UK. Although Triple H has made mention over the years that he would like to start up NXTs in all these other countries too. So hopefully he just doesn't do the same thing he did with NXT UK and basically just siphon all the best talent away from those promotions.
Well, is that what he did? I wasn't around for that, but I did see something saying that the reason why it kind of up and folded was like bad timing and the pandemic, and it was just like, nope, we got to.
The pandemic is what really killed NXT UK, and it hurt a lot of the other promotions there too, because now you had all these guys that are kind of locked into contracts and they don't really need to go out and do anything. Plus Europe in a whole and.
Right.
So, Frat House Jersey, if I give you guys a quiz, do I give you all the answers or do you get the answers from ChatGPT? Okay, so the best way to submit a quiz to us, and kind of the way we're going to have to move forward just because we're getting so many submissions, is it needs to be completely assembled into a presentation of some sort. So it's plug and play for us to do. So, yeah, the question and followed by the answer. If you put it in like a PowerPoint, a Keynote, a Google slide, even a PDF, I can get those uploaded through Keynote. We all three can play. It doesn't require extra work from me or me trying to find my kids and get them to do stuff. So that's the best way of getting it done. If you send it any other way, maybe we'll get to it. Although I think we've got some that are sitting in the email about 2 months old.
Right. My suggestion, my 2 cents worth on here. If you have 10 questions, that's awesome. If you have 30 questions, send us 3 different ones. Split it up.
2. I like the 15 model. It seems to be about the sweet spot of where we hit.
I still end up with 0, so I don't get it.
What?
So I still end up with 0 points.
This is true. R says, Josh and Corey, is there any way that you can buy Dustin a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl championship shirt?
I could.
Well,
I won't.
Corey won't because
Packers,
he's also
baby.
a Green Bay fan, and I won't because I'm a Vikings fan. Skull.
Go Pack.
But that's funny.
Although love for the Eagles.
I would buy Josh a Super Bowl replica ring just because his team will never see a real one. So
you know what?
You'll take it too.
It's true.
This is the year.
I think you said that since
Every year.
you jumped from Jerry Rice to
I think the Vikings
Minnesota.
have said that every year they've been in existence.
Since they were
Speaking
created.
of Jerry Rice, somebody has a tailboat with Raiders on it.
Well done. Let's see. What was I was looking at some other ones. Oh, Ultimate 23 Dragon sitting here.
Hey, buddy.
Everyone had this thing where every time WWE associates with another promotion, then all of a sudden everyone says in the future, insert promotion will become NXT, insert promotion here.
Right.
If there weren't some truth to that, I don't think people would do it. But yes, there is a lot of that, and who knows?
And let's face it, if the promotion wasn't doing something right and didn't have some sort of fan base,
yep,
that wouldn't even be on the radar. So
right.
They can just keep them authentic. Oh, great. Now we got 7-Eleven on a turnbuckle pad. Okay.
Always.
They got good wings, by the way.
One of these days, and it's going to be very soon, that old gimmick that I thought I should be doing like 20 years ago is going to come around. I saw a video
about that today.
It's going to come around. You're going to get somebody doing Mr. Endorsement where this move is being brought to you by, and then it'll be hilarious.
So right, I just got to respond real quick to Chris's comment here. I'm going to get a shirt that says Chris is #1 fan, and I'm going to wear it one of these days for you, bud. I'm just saying.
Funny.
Yes, do it. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I want you to message The Miz with that whole endorsement gimmick.
It'd be funny.
Because he could pull it off. Now, most people would say, oh, no, that's kind of a Logan Paul gimmick. No. Give it to Miz.
Yeah.
Give it to Miz.
It'd be hilarious. All right. Where was it? Craig. FS81. Yeah, that's basically what happened with the NXT UK signings. Where it just kind of siphoned and the other promotions were struggling. And he says, hey, I knew I liked you, Josh. Skull Vikings.
Now they're multiplying. What's going on?
If I lean over this way for you, Craig, and you look,
they don't even speak English.
Right there, you see right here. There's Justin Jefferson Funko, and that's Adam Thielen Funko.
Green Bay. What does skull mean, Josh?
Skull?
I don't understand it. Yeah, what is it?
Skull is essentially a cheers that Vikings would do, but it's skull because their mugs were made out of the skulls of their enemies.
And now they're made out of plastic. Got it.
And now they're made out of plastic.
Basically, it's a Vikings cheer.
It's cheers. We just won this victory.
Only, just clarifying.
I think we have finished higher than you guys in the NFC North in the last few years. So
we got 4 rings. How many you got?
And
that's exactly right.
After.
Let's see.
Yes, Ultimate 23 Dragon. When I did my quiz, I had to do a private YouTube playlist. My only internet access was mobile, which makes submitting files that aren't pictures extremely difficult, not impossible. Yeah, that one works. I will also say that we're probably not going to be doing very many, if any, theme music quizzes. If we do them, I think we've got one that did get recorded. It's probably going to get uploaded, but it's probably just going to wind up being as members only stuff. Just because then we don't have to deal with the copyright claims. And if somebody decides they really don't like us, then there could be a copyright strike on that. So we just ain't going to mess with it too much. That being said, if we have recorded it, even if it's a members only thing, I will still figure out a way of getting it to the person that submitted us, regardless of whether they're a member or not. Christopher John, here to support Dustin. I guess I'll watch the pay-per-view as well.
And that's why I'll have the shirt.
Shame.
But he's got to hold up a sign at his next pay-per-view that he's going to go to. It's got to say, here to support wrestling-related podcast or something like that.
This is a different Christopher. This is Christopher John, not Christopher Strikeleather. You got 2.
I like all Christophers.
Yeah.
So that's a cool name.
Skittles saying, one of our channel members throwing out the macho emoji. I just wish Ecamm would actually let me display the macho emoji. Instead of just the shortcut thing. But for those of you that are actually checking the comments, you saw it. Skittles put in the oh yeah. The Vikings have the best wide receiver ever, Randy Moss. Facts.
Wrestling related. Not bad football playing related.
The Viking, not Raiders, have the best wide receiver ever in Randy Moss. Like that. Hey.
Hijo del Vikingo.
Wes Baus is saying, are you guys excited for Logan Paul?
No.
To be the future
not.
of wrestling, according to John Cena. Who knows?
No.
Yeah, see, he's saying basically it's Cheers, and it's still used in Norway, where his ex-wife is from.
Cheers.
Mia.
Hey, there's the other Chris.
Arrington, who are you going for, Team Yeet or Cena and Logan Paul? We've still got time to figure that out.
What was the names that they were tossing around? It was
the WWE.
The WWE, and what was the other one that they were flirting around with?
That I don't remember.
So I'll tell you my choice right now.
I remember it was a good one.
My choice is real quick and easy because I go off that old adage of whoever got the living tar beat out of them the last episode before the pay-per-view is who's going to go over. Yeah. So my team is 4 letters.
One word.
One word. Yeet.
Yep. Is anyone over 21 excited for Logan Paul?
No, never mind.
You know, I can appreciate Logan Paul because, 1, he actually has an in-ring talent. 2,
so is Pat McAfee.
Logan Paul's better than Pat McAfee in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
2, he can talk on the mic. Not as good as Pat McAfee, but still pretty good.
Thank you for that.
And
you knew it was coming.
3, he does a better job than most pro wrestlers at getting heat. The fact that everybody hates him, he is a heat magnet. That's what they should have called their team. John Cena and Logan Paul, the heat magnets.
No, I can't remember what was. They
So is it Team Heat versus Team Yeet? Is that what it is?
There you go. I like it.
Hey, was that Topanga in the front row?
Probably.
Yes, it looked like
all the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Skittle saying, "Are you watching Money in the Bank?" Yes, we are watching Money in the Bank right now. So
Alicia Taylor's up there.
That other question about anybody over the age of 21. Yeah. I got 5 kids under 21, and none of them like Logan Paul. So there you go.
There you go. I am getting a kick out of watching his weekly vlogs, though. So.
Oh, this is the women's. All right, who's your picks?
Ooh, okay. Women's Money in the Bank is coming up right now. Lock in your picks. The participants in this, we've got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Julia, Stephanie Vacour, and is it Roxanne Perez?
Yes. And Chris Stikelether picks Naomi.
You took my pick. I was picking Naomi.
Really?
Yes, really. Because
my gosh.
It makes the most sense to me for Naomi to have it. I don't think... Now, that's not who I want. I want Alexa to win
for me for Naomi to get released.
Yeah. Naomi's doing a good job playing heel, though. I got to give her credit where credit's going.
She's playing up a heel, and the fact that she's already been doing a lot of that behind the scenes, sneak attacks on this and that. And,
right.
It could also be a way of them just doing another, hey, I'm going to put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line against Jade Cargill, and then Jade wins it without actually having to get into a match.
Yeah, and see, I just don't like Jade Cargill, so I like Naomi.
Yeah, I don't like either of them.
But, let us know you guys your picks on this and see how everybody's doing on here. I'll go through some of these.
Some help on this.
Let's see. We have got Skittle saying, "Come on, Julia." Christopher John is saying Stephanie. Christopher Strikeleather saying Naomi. Craig is Julia. Mia is Mommy. Frat House Jersey, Julia. Ultimate 23. Naomi would be nice. Honestly, I don't really care just as long as it's not Rhea. Followed by Craig saying, I want Rhea to win. Then they're Mommy. Yeah. And Christopher saying that Jade will be the queen in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Yeah, for sure. So, it looks like the only one that really hasn't been picked on here has been Roxanne and Alexa. So, everybody's picking one of the other four.
Well, come on. Roxanne still feels to me like an NXT player, whereas
They're
Alexa,
pushing her.
yeah, they're trying, and she's doing a great job. It just still has that NXT vibe to me. Now, Little Miss Bliss, they're talking about putting her with the Wyatt Six, but they've been talking about that for since the
Years.
Wyatt Six started and before they came out.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm over the Wyatt Six at this point. So unless they put her with them, then I'm kind of not interested.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do on those two. I don't like Naomi for anything. Um, she just bores the crap out of me. Wrapping herself with warning tape is not helping. No.
Yay! Speaking of which, Naomi.
No. Oh no! Don't change the lights. Go back to that. I didn't have to see her. Oh my gosh, there she is. Crap. Um,
And it's caution tape on a whole lot of money.
it's boring.
Okay, so Corey, with all of that rundown, who you going for?
I know.
You basically said I don't like this person because of this thing, and I don't like this person
Right.
because of that thing.
It's a
And
process of elimination for me.
I don't like this person not because of them, but because of somebody else that.
No, I just don't like anything of Naomi. And never have.
Dustin, did you pick yours?
Okay, so Naomi, Alexis, Roxanne. Who are the other two?
Julia, Stephanie, and Rhea Ripley.
And
Rhea. Okay. Ooh.
Yep.
And we got until the bell rings.
Yeah, Christopher saying Naomi just paying tribute to Owen Hart with the caution gear. I love it. If that's what she's doing, it makes it even better. Even if she's not doing it that way, I still enjoy it.
If that's what she's doing, I'll stop complaining about it. But just the tape.
Just the tape, yeah. You still don't like her, and you don't like her gear, except for the caution tape.
Yeah, I just don't like her. In or out of gear,
I would have said that they would have pushed Stephanie to win this had it not been the fact that she already wrestled earlier tonight. That gives them an excuse how she's already beat up, and she doesn't get it.
Sure, but man, she's been killing it since she got into wrestling. I mean, holding multiple titles in various different organizations on different continents, just because and her presence, it almost seems like effortless when she does it.
Yeah.
So, which is, I think, what sets her apart from other people that are just trying so hard and huffing and puffing when they do it. So, super fan, but I think it's too early. Julia, I like Julia a lot, but again, I think it's too early. I think for somebody that has the Money in the Bank briefcase, they got to be able to cut some promos. So, and I do like Rhea, and I don't see what else she's doing right now. So why not give her the belt or give her the briefcase and let her go after somebody? But even then, the briefcase is not even going after a belt. It's just, hey, I can come get you anytime. I don't know. I'm twisted.
I can tell.
Okay,
Dustin.
I'm gonna go with Mia, and I'm picking Rhea.
Mia and Rhea. All right.
That is cool gear. Between the feathers and the fur and the half mask.
The glacier mask.
Tommy Phoenix Risen 316 says Julia is his pick as well.
I don't think she has anything else going on, so she could benefit from it.
Christopher Striker, they're saying Julia is being positioned as the next U.S. champion, which she did start that little issue with
Chelsea and Vega.
Vega, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's your
welcome,
last
Mia.
one coming out, Corey. Are you gonna
I know.
make a decision?
Am I gonna stare at the intro? Yes,
Right.
every time.
All right. Well, I'll
Give
read
me a
some more
second.
comments while you're deciding.
Yeah, you do that. I gotta wait for the smile.
Let's see. I thought there was one. Craig was
Stomp,
saying,
big stomp
Dustin,
and smile.
smart kids. You raised them right.
Yes, I did.
No Logan Paul.
Christopher Strike Leather says, my two oldest are under 21 and they love Logan Paul. I really enjoy Logan Paul and I'm definitely over 21. So there's that. I enjoy him. It's fun. I pretty much watch everything. I've even watched the what is it? The Pauls Are American or whatever that reality show is. So,
Sure, whatever you say.
David Mathis. I can't stand either one, especially John Cena. He has no business in wrestling. We need to start a support group for Dustin to finally win Muppets quiz for the first time ever.
Stay tuned.
I don't know. Has that one? I think it's been released already.
I don't know.
Am I spoiling
Has it?
something?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was released. We did the 2010s just the other day because there were people that
yeah,
were hating
yeah,
on the
yeah.
2010s because they were bad. David, you got to go back and watch that 2010s Muppets.
Oh yeah, because I got
Spoiler.
in trouble for doing something. So
Unless I change my mind real quick, I'm gonna say,
Is it going to be Mommy in the Bank?
Mia says, "Come on,
I'm gonna
Corey,
say-
be Rhea."
Yeah, it's
Bluegrass
it's gonna be Mommy in the
fan
Bank.
saying, "Let's go Bliss."
It's gonna be Mommy in the Bank. Easy for me to say.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
I don't like
Josh.
when they put lights on chairs because it makes it look like they're empty seats.
You two
Josh,
are
you're in
going
charge
with.
of comments. I got to watch.
All right.
What's Corey going with?
He's going with Rhea too.
Mommy in the Bank.
Okay. All right. And it's the ultimate stare down. 3-on-3.
Oh, it's the newbies and the veterans.
Pretty much.
It is. Yeah. The Young Bucks.
That's hilarious. I wonder if he'll get yelled at about that. Michael
Probably.
Cole, and it'd be like, don't say their name.
What was that?
Call them the Young Punks.
Okay.
I don't know. As long as it's not Naomi, I'll be happy.
Funny-ish Center. I want to submit a Muppet game. How do we submit a Muppet game? My suggestion, go to ChatGPT, throw an image in there, ask it to reimagine this image in the style of a traditional children's puppet show, parentheses, like the Muppets, end parentheses, and then tell it 1:1 aspect ratio. Go. Download it, upload it into like a Canva or Keynote, PowerPoint, put it all together, send it over. That's my recommendation on how to do it. Because if you just send me a bunch of names, it likely is not going to get done for a long time because I have a ton of ideas. But if you put it together and send it over and it's already done for us, there's a really good chance that'll get to.
So is it soul food or eat the feet in WWE? I don't remember.
Depends on who does it, but it should be eat defeat. There is somebody
I
I
like
think
soul
that
food.
calls it soul food.
Boom! Oh, that was cool. So green is the color.
Yeah.
Money.
Even on Naomi's shoes. That was something.
She is horrible. Yeah.
She's not as bad as some. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Who?
Some. I'm not
Oh,
mentioning any names, Jade Cargill. I'm not mentioning any names. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that match that Jade had
They
the
have
other
to
night
name it.
was, I'll have to say, was actually better than I expected. But there were 2 other people in there, so. Ouch.
Rhea's selling is
Top
so
notch.
much better than so many.
Yeah.
What am I missing? Rhea's selling?
You didn't see her get hit by the ladder and then fall off the ring apron?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I might have been looking away.
well, let's face it.
I'm seeing Julia pick up a ladder now.
No,
Any of these,
you're way ahead of us.
any of these ladies are way better at selling than, say, a Goldberg.
Naomi just got thrown out.
Dropkick from Julia.
Yep.
Now, picking up her ladder.
Okay. Let's look in
The
here.
amount of money she spends on getting her hair done has got to be ridiculous. Yeah, we don't no-sell here. Come on.
Yeah, Brett Atwood. Brett Atwood said, I want Alexa to win, but I think it's going to be Naomi. Hey, that's pretty much where I'm at.
She no-sold the ladder hitting her in the back.
Oh, it was her butt. She got padding.
Tommy Phoenix Risen 316. Julia could be in a few storylines. Laugh out loud.
She could. I want to see her in the USA hunt. I think she'd be a better champion than Vega.
Frat House Jersey. Logan Paul is cool, but I just don't want him to be a WWE champion.
Who said that?
Frat House Jersey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't necessarily.
Jersey. So.
Oh.
To me, he's always a transitional champion and always would be. You got the champions that.
Oh, she almost bumped on the ladder.
Some people build a championship. Other people, they need the championship to build them.
Yeah. We've had this debate, discussion. Who's who? And yeah. This is why I'm...
So, yeah, Corey's just a half a second ahead of me. So, I will say this. Roxanne Perez does a great job with her size and selling. You know, obviously, Mommy just turned around and pulled her in, drug her in with the ladder.
Yep.
You know, and she did a great job. I mean, Booker's been teaching her well.
Yeah.
I understand why they would give her a push. She just dropped the ladder right on her head.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some people that definitely remember Dustin winning.
Are they making comments?
Yeah, Craig said, I'm pretty sure he won
Winner.
Ultimate 23 Dragon. I think Dustin did win one.
Launch
it. Yes.
Oh.
Tommy says it has been released. Yeah. Yep. Young Bucks used to be Generation Me, so that would be okay to use probably in WWE at this point. Could be.
I don't even think Roxanne could reach the Money in the Bank briefcase, even with the tallest ladder.
Tommy saying Goldberg couldn't sell to save his soul, Corey. Craig, wasn't most of Goldberg's gimmick to no sell? Yep. Dustin picked Rhea as well as Corey. Yep.
Yeah, I just can't see what
Josh
they're doing
being
with
a heel.
It's rough.
Logan Paul got so much heat that he didn't need a title. Well, this is true too. Yeah, he doesn't need it at this point. If anything, it would just help to build somebody else. Goldberg going to have a gimmick he didn't know that he didn't know how to sell. Do I keep getting ahead of you guys?
Roxanne's going crazy on Rhea right now. And now they're putting her in the ladder right now.
1.25 or something?
No.
Oh, broken ladders.
That's one way to do it.
Missed.
Bounced off of both.
Rhea just got shoved out of the ring.
Nope, not yet.
And now shoved out of the ring.
Now shoved out of the ring. I'm going to back out and come back in.
Lots of transitional champs in AEW. Very true. Very true. I mean, every promotion, you've got those that build the title and then others that the title is just to build them. And then you do have the third that's just transition. It's just, I just need it just so I can hand it off to the next guy.
Yeah.
Too often, that's what the Money in the Bank winds up being used as. Let's put it on somebody that's a transitional champ because we can't give them, we don't build them to the point where they actually are believable to get it.
Or they do it the other way around, like they did at WrestleMania with Drew and Priest.
Yeah. Well, they used it to be a transition.
Yeah, but the other way around.
Yeah. Tommy says they are pushing Roxanne because of Booker T. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And she's good.
And she's good, yeah.
Yeah. Christopher John saying this match is so stacked, any winner would make sense.
I agree.
I can agree with that.
Oh, man.
I can agree with that.
Like
Yokozuna WrestleMania
no
9 transitional champ?
Yeah.
That may be more of a building the title.
Even though I couldn't see them really giving the briefcase to Perez, man, if they did, it could totally make sense. Because can you imagine how annoying she would be with the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Especially trying to become part of like Judgment Day.
Oh yeah. Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
storylines are huge there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really high German.
You're way ahead of us.
Again?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Her third match in 24 hours, they're already commenting on it. From SmackDown to Worlds Collide to a ladder match. Yeah. She's selling that dragon screw. Come on. Nice. Ow. Hey, I don't bend that way. There you go. Smell this. I got no place to stand.
Alexa's like, I ain't doing this.
Right.
I ain't handling this one. I'm just going to
Don't need to get all pretty. Let's just kick people in the face.
Okay, here's a two-part question. The first one is for Dustin and Corey.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm listening.
Do you all remember watching CWA wrestling in the 80s or not?
CWA? No.
Sounds familiar.
What did CWA stand for? And I might be able to tell you.
Yes. The next question, I just lost it, is for all three. Were y'all heels or baby faces? Oh, there's the other part of the comment, because I don't see Josh being a heel. Laugh out loud. Okay. I caught the see Josh being a heel.
Both.
Oh, no. All heel.
I was going to say, I don't think Corey was ever a face, was he?
All
Really?
heel. I was more
Corey
anti-heel
or
for
was
a hiccup.
his mask gimmick?
It was his mask gimmick. It wasn't Corey.
No.
It was his mask gimmick.
That was a one shot.
The untalked about mask gimmick.
That was a one shot that would
His
get
foray
us
into Lucha Libre.
flagged. That would get us flagged from YouTube.
It probably would.
I think it might actually be one of the banned words that I have inside our creator studio.
Somebody's name?
Sure.
Yeah, just in case anybody left that in a comment, it gets held so nobody sees it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so to answer that, and he says Continental Wrestling Association, CWA.
Okay. No. I don't remember.
Continental Wrestling. I don't know. I watched a lot. And a lot
What
that I don't
territory
remember
were they
anymore.
in?
Yeah. It was the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
80s Continental.
How's your gizzard there, Alexis?
Oh.
Who works there?
Alexis
Who's
may
the
not
champ?
be working here anymore. Oh, that
Kim-
was on the pelvis bone.
I'm going to see if I can pronounce
gosh.
this. I'm going to go with Basciano. Hey, guys, my fiance and I love your videos. Thanks, Kim. Thanks
Love
to
it.
fiance of Kim as well. Glad to hear that.
Gotta get your head closer.
Tommy saying, Roxanne could totally be a Money in the Bank person to build the importance of whatever title they want to raise up for. Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah, I can see that.
Uh-oh.
I could also see her being that crybaby heel that's trying to cash in on every champion.
Right?
This is not going to end well. So to answer the question about heels or babies, which were we? It all depended on what the promoter told us to be for the night. Yeah, and where we were too. Location.
But I'm a natural heel, so they're like, yeah, you're a heel. Okay.
Corey's just a butthead in real life, so I mean it's easy to not like him.
Yeah. Unless I'm on your side, in which case then it's just funny.
And me, BC, before Christ, definitely more of a heel. So that was easy to do.
Yeah, it was
Except
more
for your
of a-
mask gimmick.
Except for that mask gimmick, yes.
I think my mask gimmick was the only bad guy. The 2 times that
Really?
I wore a mask. Yeah. Turned on Brian and then I hit Billy Gunn in the head. So
For
those were
shame.
the only 2 times I ever wore a mask.
Kim's fiance Marty is Team Dustin. You know, I hear a lot of people that are Team Dustin and a lot of people that are Team Corey.
Really?
I'm Team Me.
All right, we're making t-shirts.
Yeah. With a puppet caricature of you guys.
Done.
Sounds good.
Christopher
Rhea,
John
jump.
saying, I just don't see the appeal in Julia. Oh, she's good. In ring, so good.
Yeah, what's her moniker? Beautiful Madness or something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I see it, but
Mommy's going to have to stay down a few rungs if she's walking that ladder. She's tall.
oh, oh,
That was right in the jaw.
nice, and a nice sell for it. Like, oh,
John
Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E.
Danzo. Corey Mania running wild, brother.
brother.
Which you did say, Josh, that quiz that I mentioned to you in another comment is coming soon. Be prepared. All right. I'll be prepared, and I'll be on the lookout.
And that Corey Mania makes sense because he's as old as the other Manias. So.
Oh, and you're right on my heels, kid.
Yeah, but I'm still a kid.
Skittle saying whoever wins this
in that category
is likely losing the cash-in because no woman has lost the cash-in yet.
Ooh.
It's possible. Craig's on my team. Team Josh. Vikings fans sticking together.
Uh-oh.
So it's not because of the channel, it's because of football. That makes sense.
Hey. Take my wins however I can.
You called it. You called it.
You called it on the ladder.
There it was.
And she's eating it too.
Mia is Team Corey.
What?
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm changing my vote then.
Tommy
Share the love.
is Team all three brothers. We'll take it.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Oh,
so close.
That was close.
Well, at least she wasn't like going up the ladder slow motion. Okay, we're going to race up the ladder except when it counts. Then I'm going to do it in slow motion.
Right.
She's like, no, this is how you do it.
Ewo Joe is Team Dustin, go Green Bay. So, hey, you get the same thing.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack.
And Mia says, okay, all three. I do like Green Bay. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find one of my Vikings jerseys and put it on. I'm going to do a guess a wrestler as a Vikings edition football player.
I'll
be sick that day.
Dustin's going to wear his cheese head to our next live stream.
Probably would. Bring out some Viking horns. Say it's wrestling related.
That's not so much.
The Raiders.
This is not going to be good.
No.
None of this is looking good.
No, walking on all those ladders, somebody's taking a run to the undercarriage.
Luckily, they all only weigh like, 150? Maybe 160?
John saying, I know said Corey Mania, but I have great respect for all of you guys. Appreciate that. Yep. And R said, I knew there would be a kiss on the ladder. Yep. Had to happen.
So good.
Roxanne.
Just losing her mind.
Are you ready? We got to do this double spot. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Double pop rocks.
Nope.
Dueling Code Reds.
Yeah.
It wasn't in stereo. It was a slight delay.
Well, still, it was boom, boom. All right.
Mia, no Vikings.
Julia.
Yeah.
I was like, who's missing?
Yeah, that was an ooey. The most symmetrical Money in the Bank ever. We probably should have taken a wager. How many chants do you think we get for We Want Truth?
They already had one on the pre-show. At least one. And then they changed from that to New Day Rocks and Big Egos. That's true.
I know when I started watching Worlds Collide, that's all the chat was. Like I flipped up the comments and it was just We Want Truth.
Oh, yeah, I had to turn it off.
Yep.
We want truth, we want truth, we want truth all over. But it would be... Go ahead.
Speaking of truth, last week, not yesterday's, but last week's SmackDown, where he ended up seeing Solo and Jeff Cobb and everybody in the back, and he goes,
Yeah.
Man, you husky, aren't you? And he turns around and says, he stops right before he leaves, turns around, y'all big bone too. Walks away. I'm like, Truth is,
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't know how they could let him go like that, man. Gonna pull out her hair.
Come on.
Extensions are gone.
There you go. Why not swat the hand?
Why not just smack the briefcase into her face?
Well,
Wouldn't that make sense? Hey, watch what you're
There you
grabbing.
go.
Man.
Wardrobe malfunction.
We do not want that.
I want that.
We do not want that.
Here comes mommy.
Punched
her in the feathers.
That sounds like a meme now. Punch her in the
She's
feathers.
Gonna do this. Oh, I thought she was gonna do it on the ladder.
So did I. Either way, with all that stuff in there, that can't feel good. All right, eyeball each other.
Craig drops, me and Craig both dropped "We Want Truth," and then Craig followed it up with John 14:6 with a wink. Love it. Christopher John, that drone shot is amazing. When they do a drone shot good, it's good.
And here comes Naomi.
Yeah, you race up the ladder. No, that's not the one that you... No, race down the ladder.
This is a great match, though. I got to give him credit.
It's really good.
Good one. There you go, guys.
No, gross.
Everybody's down. And Jade comes in. Oh, that would be funny. There you go, guys.
Really? Gross.
That was awesome.
Oh, the ending was weak. Oh, I push these people off and then I run up to the top. I was like, that's it? Oh.
Isn't that essentially every Money in the Bank? It's either I push them off or I'm up there with them and I push them off.
Look, there's
Corey,
two people out of the whole crowd that are jumping up and down. One person in the entire audience clapping.
John Danzo, why do I have a feeling that Truth will be back in some way? Because that is the truth. Some way. And if this is legit and they legitimately released him, I hope he doesn't come back for a couple years.
Yes.
Because sometimes they work us. So
never.
But if this is legit and he is gone,
yeah,
I hope he doesn't go to TNA. I hope he appears in AEW and thinks that he's in WWE.
That would be funny.
Because you got all the familiar faces, and then those that aren't familiar, like he starts, run up to Mike, also known as MJF, and ask Mike if he wants to reunite for, the Awesome Truth. Essentially just thinking that MJF is The Miz. That's comedy. And I would love it.
Yeah, I would like that.
And then just pay, like, Tony Khan, just pay him whatever he wants. Like, just open up the checkbook, sign it, and say, you tell me how much you want and how much you want to work, and it's done.
Did you see somebody ended up doing a little video vignette of that, of just pictures, and it showed Truth walking up to Tony Khan and saying, hey, Vince, when did you get back? And Tony Khan goes, I'm not Vince, I'm Tony. Okay. We went through this with that other company.
Right.
It was funny.
That'd be hilarious. Okay. Ultimate 23 Dragon, the slam the briefcase thing could backfire. and we'd have John Cena accidentally win again situation.
True.
Touche. Julia need to win. Christopher, we are 1 for 1. Yep. Joshua 2814 saying that her wardrobe was the spoiler. I noticed that it was the money, and I was like, that's just kind of cool that you've got money and the caution around it. It makes sense. But Christopher John, I hope she cashes in tonight.
It's possible.
Do we have a women's match tonight?
Yeah, we've got but it's just the Intercontinental. And I don't see her...
She wouldn't cash in on that.
I don't see her cashing in for that. But,
no.
I mean, you can cash in pretty much any time, so she could try to... We know that both Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton are
ringside
in the area. So that would be interesting. Funny-ish Center says, that is the wrong person to win. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I would agree with that 100%.
Corey agrees because he did not get a point. We should have known that your music is going to win because every female who wore more money on ring gear. I think I read that wrong. Ultimate 23. See, that's my thing. With R-Truth's character, I don't know if the release was ever legit. Although Josh's idea of R-Truth and AEW would be awesome. That'd just be comedy. That's what it would be.
Now but hang on. Here's my question. I didn't listen to Cena's rant on either programs because I don't care. Did he go off about him being the one to cause Truth to get released?
No. Because just last night, or whatever it was, last night.
That's legit.
On SmackDown, they were doing the we want truth, and he says, you can't handle the truth. And the truth is, I'm the last real champion, and he is the inevitable. And that's what you can't handle. So he just completely ignored it. Mia, who won the women's Money in the Bank? It was Naomi. What states are you guys in? Kim says Iowa,
South Carolina,
smack dab in the middle of everything.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Christopher John. Well, guess not. Laugh out loud. I didn't think about there not being a title match tonight. Yeah. Hey, there he is, Mr. Iguana. That's hilarious. Has that ever been done where someone cashed in on a champ when they hadn't had a match?
Conan's having a hard time standing. Psycho Clown had to help him up.
A heel is a better briefcase holder than a babyface. I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's something about that chase. That's just the looming question. It creates that fear of the unknown thing. Rough with Cuffs said Vancouver would have been nice choice, newer person, and Bill as fought 3 matches and one has a strong chance to win. Yeah, but I think her having 3 matches already and then winning, it kind of makes everybody else in that match look weak because they didn't have 3 matches and they couldn't beat her.
So okay.
Ultimate 23 when CM Punk cashed in on Edge. There's the answer.
Okay, look at Christopher Strikeleather's last comment.
The way Cena referenced Truth multiple times, I have a feeling he will be back sooner than later.
So now here's my question based on that. Do you think Truth will come out tonight to turn around and cost Cena and Logan the match?
Nah.
That'd be a huge pop.
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be great.
I still like the Ron Cena. That was hilarious.
The Ron Cena. But see, here's the part that makes me think that it was more legit. Because with the reports coming out that TKO is $3 billion in debt, and they took off one of their most recent big money-making shirts off their website. Like the moment that, the day that Truth is officially, he tweets out, hey, I'm gone, the Ron Cena shirts immediately came off their website.
No kidding.
Yeah, they took it down immediately.
Because they'd have to pay him.
So it was like they took that down. The only thing that was left up there is a few things that he's had on there from like 2 years ago.
So like the Judgment Day thing or something?
It wasn't even that stuff. I don't remember what it was. It was just some older Truth stuff. So I don't know. But Ultimate 23. So Edge hadn't had a match. Sorry, I don't remember. I don't remember that either. A cash in for the AAA champ. I thought about that. I wondered if what happens if El Grande Americano winds up winning the Money in the Bank on the men's side, and then he cashes it in on El Hijo de Vikingo to become the AAA champion.
Who knows?
Mia saying, Corey, I see that you have an American Nightmare Cup. It gets so many comments.
I get a lot of comments for this. This is just a red cup that I got from work. That I just put a Amazon sticker on.
You need to get a second Amazon sticker and then put it on the other side where it has the work logo.
I do.
I'll get a cup. I'll get a couple and put it on a red Solo cup. How's that sound? There's a lot of comments.
I got some wrong.
Y'all are awesome.
Truth should have been beaten Cena at main event. That would have been so much fun. John Danzo, Truth comes back, helps Cena, and turns heel to be a serious heel. Ultimate 23 saying Edge had some sort of celebration or promo. Mark Henry does the world's strongest slam, and then CM Punk cashed it in. Mando Brunt, hello, gents. What do you think the chances of a male title cash-in given both the title holders are in this tag match? I put the odds
low, but I like it.
Depending on who they cash in on, and depending on who wins. So I'll go ahead and give my prediction for that match, because I don't care. I think Seth Rollins winds up winning the Money in the Bank. And Seth Rollins immediately cashes in on Jey Uso.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So that's the only scenario I see an immediate cash in. I don't see anybody cashing in on John Cena on that one. So it would have to be on Jey Uso. And who would that be?
But
I don't know. But that's the only scenario. I think that's probably the cash-in percentage. Maybe a 10, 20% is kind of where I'd put that on my guess. But
so by that rationale, Josh, we would only have Jacob Fatu as the only face champion on the men's side.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I'm thinking it's kind of low. That is, unless Octagon winds up winning this match here.
I predict Dom.
Predicted, yeah. I think it's a pretty safe bet that it's Dom.
Yeah,
so,
voting Dom.
It would be hilarious if he lost, though, especially if he lost because of his dad coming out and interfering. That'd be even funnier. Okay, let's see. Patrick Edie, what if Gable gets injured and Truth is the replacement and wins Money in the Bank? It'd be amazing. That would be amazing. I did not think you guys could... Uh-oh.
OHTSO. What's that mean?
I'm wondering if that's outdo. Because I'm thinking H is right below the U on the keyboard.
That
D
makes
is
sense.
next to the S. Didn't think you guys could outdo your Muppet videos. You actually managed it. If that's what you're meaning there, Sean Hayes, let us know for sure. And which one do you think outdid it? Or was it outgrow? Or, I don't know. Let me know exactly what that was. It looks like there was just a little typo there. Christopher saying, Ultimate 23, close. It was actually Batista who beat up Edge for the Punk cash-in. I don't even remember that. Too many chair shots back then. Ewo Joe, I can see that, but then Seth would have to face Gunther on Raw. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, Cena's got to hold on to the title till he's almost out the door for this gimmick to work. I think Cena does what he said. I think Cena takes that belt and leaves, and then they start a new belt. That's what I hope happens, because I think it would be funnier.
Ooh.
Edge cash in on The Undertaker after Taker had a cage match with Batista, then he was attacked by Mark Henry. I think either Punk or Roman is going to cost Seth the briefcase. Yeah, see, here's where I could see that happening, Christopher. But if Punk wins, I think Punk cashes in, and then I think Punk keeps onto the belt until WrestleMania next year, and that's where they have CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Did I say that right? Seth Rollins wins. He cashes in. He takes that title all the way till next year's WrestleMania, where CM Punk can actually main event and wind up winning, finishing his story. Let us know what your guys' thoughts. Who you got predicting on this one? You going with Dirty Dom, or you going with Octagon Jr.? We, the three of us, are locked in on Dom. John Danzo saying Octagon takes the belt.
Nice. Wouldn't hate
Ooh.
it. I'd be surprised, but
this is going to be a good match.
Look at Patrick's comment. I like that one.
Yeah, this is going to be very fast-paced.
Nice.
Hoyo.
Think about this. What if the AAA Mega Championship is chased in on by Andrade?
Supposed to be cashed in.
Oh, cashed in on by Andrade? Ooh.
Yeah. So Andrade wins the Money in the Bank, and then he cashes in on the AAA? I can see that one.
I could see that.
And
I could also...
show, what's his name?
Nice acai.
Yes. Yes.
Guess what? Oh.
You'll see it.
I was going to say this earlier in the women's. Why doesn't someone tie her hair to the
Julia's?
bottom? This? Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you like my new mug, Josh?
Hey, there you go. TARDIS sticker. It says it's bigger on the inside. Allons-y.
Selling that cross shot pretty long there. That must have really hurt.
How about I kick you in the pills? We'll see how long you roll around. Just offering.
If you think your legs are long enough, go for it.
They're not. So with all the AAA guys in attendance, what is the likelihood that the Americano gets unmasked?
I think it's pretty high.
I think it's a pretty high one.
Oh, that was very twirly.
Okay, lucky shot. It would be funny if R-Truth came out in the Money in the Bank match, pulled the case down, and just runs away to then later on cash into John Cena. When John loses it, it would be the Ron Cena retirement tour. That's hilarious.
And then he doesn't have to actually show up, and they just randomly start playing his music whenever Cena comes out.
Yeah. Tommy saying Dom will have the belt at the end.
Mm-hmm.
John asking, do you think Rey Mysterio makes an appearance in this match? I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so.
Frat House Jersey, if Octagon Jr. wins, then Americano will win Money in the Bank. And then he gets the IC belt. That's hilarious. Josh was saying, my guess is that Sean meant the baby wrestlers were even better than the Muppet wrestlers. Everyone was
sense.
cute. Yep.
Thank you.
No,
Yes,
not
everyone
us.
was. Well,
Just the babies?
Mia Arrington, the TARDIS. Craig says, favorite Doctor to any of you who watched it. David, then Peter, then Matt.
gotta be. Oh, no. David, Matt, Peter.
I enjoyed Peter, but David by far.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched any of them, but I've seen Peter and other things, so I'm going with him.
There you go.
Oh,
Yep. That was pretty quick.
yeah.
Oh!
Squished his
My
kidneys.
ribs hurt. Looked at that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
He's
clean.
gonna pee blood.
King Todd, Stephanie Vacour should have won. Nah, not yet. And here's the thing. I don't think Stephanie Vacour needs a briefcase to get a title. I think it's just a matter of time.
No, neither does Rhea.
Neither does
Neither
Rhea.
does Rhea, and I don't think Julia does either. I don't think she needs it. I think it's just a matter of time before she winds up with gold.
Yeah. But again, with Julia, she's in the U.S. title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, already. So,
It's pretty. Dom does have a pretty frog splash.
yeah.
Mia's saying, honestly, I don't have a favorite Doctor.
And there's the frog splash.
Lucky shot. The fourth Doctor or the second Doctor? Okay, the fourth Doctor gets slept on a lot. So good.
Haven't
Wait,
seen
I'm tired.
all the old Doctor stuff, so
I just spelt favorite the American way. That's all right. Sometimes I spell it the British way. Do we call it the British way? It would seem weird calling it the English way. The
Here's what it
European
is.
way.
I can get with it.
Look at that. Product placement.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Wow. I want to poke every single one of these guys in the eye.
Funny, funny, funny.
And then shave that caterpillar off that guy's lip.
Joshua 28, 14, number 5 and number 1. One's classic.
Ooh.
Let's see. Funnyish Center. What if R-Truth steals the case, then goes and tries to cash it in on Jon Moxley? I love it. Sold. Yeah. Let's see. Christopher is set the reboot up for the rest to take it on. Yeah, 100%. Like Christopher, he needed more seasons. He needed more of a shot. But John Danzo, the IC belt is the title Americano has always wanted. Wink, wink. King Todd, obvious W for Dominic. Saw that coming a mile away. Yeah, Frog Splash is taken from his dad. And Craig says, no, English or British works. Okay. Bando Brunt. Becky can't lose 3 straight times to Lyra. New women's IC champ tonight. That Americano,
right.
or I said Americano. I'm reading it. The American Made shirt looks like the old school Hogan shirt from the 80s. I think it was intentionally done like that.
Yep.
And the whole American Made thing. Yeah. Joshua says, so I'm supposed to drink Fireball if I'm a heel and Wheatley if I'm a face. No. You're supposed to drink Prime if you are the inevitable superstar. Or you just change the channel and you either drink Claudio coffee or Prince Nana coffee.
Claudio has coffee?
He does.
Oh my gosh, Claudio, check this. So I was at work and didn't pack anything for lunch. So I was like, ooh, I got to run to Chick-fil-A real quick. So I started hoofing it out there. And I did like a quadruple take. There was some guy sitting at somebody's desk listening to him talk. This dude was a spitting image of Claudio. I almost stopped in my tracks, pulled out my phone to take a picture of it because I knew nobody would buy it, that he looks like Claudio. Spitting image until I get back with my Chick-fil-A and I see the guy walking down the hall and he was shorter than me. I was like, that's not Claudio.
That's hilarious.
No way in hell.
No.
That's hilarious. Mia says, Josh, that sounded so wrong. Tommy says, Prime is nasty. I honestly couldn't tell you if Prime is any good or not.
Agreed.
I've never had it.
It's nasty.
But if we're looking for energy drinks, again, we got to change the channel, and we don't drink Prime. Instead, we drink Woo Energy.
Not if I'm not a sponsor.
Yeah, Craig's saying Claudio is a coffee connoisseur. So,
Is he now?
apparently. Yeah,
Serious.
Tommy, it
Josh
is
should
nasty.
invest some and then make me a cup.
Nah, if I invest in some, I'm drinking it all.
Why am I now watching a Dior commercial with Johnny Depp from like almost 2 decades ago?
No
because
clue.
you don't pay for the good Peacock that shows Becky
But-
Lynch and Lyra going at it.
I am going potty.
Congratulations. Make sure you leave the microphone in the other room.
Well, and I'll pull up the chat. By the way, guys, little Fireball tip there. If you mix a little
Yeah,
Fireball
just don't.
with a little bit of Dr. Pepper, it tastes just like an Atomic Fireball candy. Delicious. Just like it.
That's just wrong on many levels.
But it's so good. It is so good.
Really?
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
I'll take
it
your word
is.
for it.
Try it sometime. So what was the last comment Josh ended up on? That sounded
Corey's
so wrong,
awesome
Josh.
and Josh stinks.
No, Prime Taste nasty. Claudio's
Oh.
a coffee connoisseur. Da da da
Yeah.
da.
That's
Tommy
right.
said it is nasty from Mia. Oh, let's see. Time for Lyra and Becky, according to Chris. Do you think Bailey
All right, what's
returns after
everybody's-
Becky wins? And then Becky versus Bailey for the IC title at Evolution? Ooh. I can see that.
I could be down
can
for
see
that.
I have a hard time.
I could be
Somebody
down for
else
that.
made a comment in here. They have a hard time seeing Becky lose 3 in a row to Lyra. I like Lyra. I
Yeah.
think she's a great wrestler. and I want to see her win. I'm just going with
But I
Becky
can't see
this
3
time just
losses.
because I can't see 3 losses. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
same.
the thing is, the stipulation is if Becky loses, she can never challenge for the IC belt again. But if Lyra loses, she actually has to congratulate her, or acknowledge her, or something like that.
Oh,
Um,
easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Mia's going with Lyra.
Really? Okay.
Funniest Center
Respect.
says, "Really now, Dustin? Really now what? What did I say that was wrong? I probably said a lot that was
Could have
wrong.
been.
But really? Ultimate 23 Dragon says Lyra easy. So sick of Becky.
Really?
Oh, Lucky
I
Shot says Fireball with
agree.
peach schnapps. I'm not a peach fan. Sorry.
Oh.
Even though, statistically speaking, even though Georgia is the peach state, South Carolina produces more peaches than Georgia. Did you know that? Little tip.
I
Little
did not.
information. Yeah. I'm not a
Okay.
huge peach fan, though. Captain
Really?
Commenter. Sup?
The captain.
Josh, I've been reading some of the comments. I stopped with Captain Commenter saying,
Sup.
Sup.
Yep. Just caught that one.
I did. Funniest Center did say, really now, Dustin. I don't know what I said that was wrong, but I'm sure he'll tell me. Oh, the Fireball and Dr. Pepper? Really? Really? 100%.
Gross.
Fireball and Dr. Pepper taste like an atomic fireball candy. It does. 100%.
Gross.
Okay,
Let's see.
I think Becky's gonna win, even though I want her off TV.
Becky wins.
We were commenting, like, kind of hard to see Becky losing 3 in a row, even though I like Lyra. But somebody made a comment. What was it? Who was that did that? Man, what the heck's going on with my phone now? I don't want to visit the advertiser. Close that down. What is that?
It looks like she stole a jacket out of her husband's closet.
Probably did. Christopher made a comment on Becky, and then where was it? Time for Lyra and Becky. Do you think Bayley returns after Becky wins, and then they do Becky and Bayley for the IC title at Evolution? I can see it. I can see it.
Could be.
Ultimate 23 Dragon. Oh, fun. Becky trying to be Bloodline Roman.
Thank you.
That was funny.
I think Becky only stipulated that she couldn't challenge Lyra for it.
Right.
Yeah, Peanut Butter Falcon. So yeah, you guys both going with Becky?
Yep.
Yeah, reluctantly.
You know.
Yeah. Hey, Dustin and Corey. Lyra for sure.
What?
Lyra
so here's
for
the
sure.
thing.
K-Dog 87.
So here's the thing. So if Becky wins, I get a point and I'm okay with it. If Lyra wins, then I'm just okay with it. So this is a win-win for me.
Fair.
Okay, and here's the deal. I'm used to getting zeros, so I'm going to change mine to Lyra. If she doesn't win, I'm still at 0.
No, because you won Dom.
Oh, I won Dom. Shoot.
Yeah, see,
okay,
you already
so now,
no goose eggs.
Now
you already spoiled it.
We're on the board.
Okay, I'm staying with Becky.
Okay, there you go. K-Dog 87. And hi, Josh. Hi. I'm back. Becky.
Guess who's back?
I feel like Bayley comes in, interfering. Becky and Seth always wearing something ridiculous. Lol. Yep. Yeah. Frat House Jersey. I missed this one. Yeah, you had it earlier, and I forgot to pull it up. He said, R-Truth returns as his original gimmick, K-Quick.
K-Quick.
Josh, what's the best way to format the quiz? I have any particular program to use. I've got a Mac that I run everything off of, so Keynote is ideal. But if it's any other sort of slide presentation, I can either convert it or just straight open it. If it's like a PowerPoint, I can convert straight over. PDF, I throw it into an online converter just to convert to a PDF. She has so much issue with her attire.
Oh, yeah, it's always coming apart.
Look, she's like, see, it's going to happen again. Hey, this is a repeat from Royal Rumble. Help me.
For the love of Pete.
Wouldn't it make more sense just to sew that top part around her neck? Don't even worry about the latch and just sew it and then put like elastic on it or something so it stretches around her head?
You would think.
I mean, I'm not a seamstress by any means, but...
You would think.
I did sew a bulldog when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Made a bulldog stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Funny-ish Center says, I wish that Lyra would put knee pads on.
You and me both. I hate wrestlers that don't wear knee pads.
Yeah, it looks rough. Yeah, Craig says, it is 1:15 a.m. here. Time for bed. Been fun hanging out with you guys and me not actually watching the wrestling.
Good night,
Appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night.
Sweet dreams.
What is this, Becky? Dressed down on Friday?
Nice exploder.
K-Dog87. Can someone tell me the point of Dom versus Octagon Jr.? I get it was a filler match, but it only lasted 5 minutes.
Hey, shout out to Green Shirt Guy. Hey, buddy.
That was it. It was just a filler. It was just, hey,
in with the
these women, these 6 women had just had an amazing ladder match, and we don't want to take away from the next women that are going to have a title match, so we need something as a palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser.
So,
not filler. Palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser. Just something to say, okay, now I'm ready for what's next. John Danzo, why do I get hammer pants when I see Becky's outfit?
Because it looks like hammer pants. And
ninja
boots.
And because it's also like wrestling and Zubaz pants. I mean, that went together in the 80s, so there's that memory that's just...
Zubaz.
Had a pair of Zubaz.
Zubaz pants and Guess jeans.
The official...
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
what?
Say it. Don't say it.
I was just going to say the...
I know what you were saying. Don't say it. That is the
Zubaz
silliest leg drop. That looked like Mercedes Monet out there in the front row wearing that pink hat. It's not.
If anybody's curious what I was going to say, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll let you know what I was going to say.
Says, Lyra is such a natural. Everything is smooth. I wasn't sold at first, but after watching a few matches, I was like, okay. Yeah, she's really good. Her in-ring ability, very good. I'm waiting for the personality to catch up. Not that it's not saying she doesn't have a personality, but she doesn't have that larger-than-life personality yet.
Yeah. She just needs the volume turned up.
Yeah. And that's just going to come with repetitions. Nice.
Little hop. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 different logos.
Did you get the one on the
Goodness.
side in between the Money in the Banks?
No, just on the canvas.
John Danzo. Zubaz pants and cowboy boots. So 80s. I'm wearing my cowboy boots.
True.
I just need Zubaz pants now.
Yeah, good luck finding them.
I think Fabio made
But
those
man.
famous, didn't he? Guess jeans and cowboy
No.
boots?
Oh, maybe. That and seagulls on roller coasters.
Christopher Strike Leather. Speaking about Mercedes Moné, she
Yes.
won another title this time in Austria.
Austria. Okay.
Rough with cuffs. I feel that Becky is getting more lazy with her attire each PLE.
Yeah. At this point in time, we just have a sleeveless belly shirt. with
And funniest
Sharpie all over
center,
it.
I really do like the logos on the mat now. I'm indifferent. But hey, if $3 billion in debt, if that report is legit, which it sounds like it is because it was from like an investor's report, you need double up all of the logos.
Nice.
And how could they be $3 billion in debt?
Well, TKO, they buy WWE, and then they wind up buying AAA. And then they had all of these.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, they're wanting to renegotiate contracts and release contracts from the higher paid ones.
Yeah, he won't renegotiate.
Yeah, I don't think he will. To me, it would make no sense for him to, because he can just sit there and say, yeah, I'll just go to Hollywood instead.
Yep.
Right.
Or if he just wanted a really quick payday, he could just say, I just want to go join Dean. John.
He would be... Has anyone out of the Samoan family gone there? Ow.
That looked like it hurt Lyra's head.
Right?
Yeah, $3 billion. My goodness, maybe they should stop buying stuff. No joke. Like that's the reports that I'm hearing from some of the reputable reporting places.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just.
But yeah.
Wow. I mean, I understand that they've changed the pay structure, so a lot of these people are getting paid like some ridiculous money. But
I just wanted to pull it up to double check, and so I just asked for
make
a
sure
quick.
You're not misquoting.
Yeah, and I just asked, whatever Google's AI is this legit?
Gemini.
Which it's got all the links, and it says. Yes, TKO, the parent company of WWE and UFC, is reported to be in debt with a figure around $3.07 billion.
Wow.
It was taken on strategically after the merger between UFC and WWE, and while the debt is substantial, not necessarily indicative of financial distress. And I would agree, but I think from like the people that are wrestling fans, but also sports fans, they say that this is the biggest debt that any sports type company has ever had.
Crazy inflation. That can't feel
I don't
good.
know, but I like it. She started doing a one-legged
Just stand on her
lion tamer,
hair.
but then
Yeah.
Just stand on her hair.
she goes, "Nope, I'm not breaking." Okay, fine.
Yeah, all those, I mean, that report of that debt, it now makes complete sense why they would be releasing some of the higher paid people. It makes sense why they're doing all of the advertising that they can. It makes sense why their ticket prices are making people's
Out of this
Out of
world.
control.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Like
if you
all of
can
that
afford
starts to
go,
make
go.
sense.
But if you can't afford to go, that Cosm thing looks really stinking cool. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's.
Oh.
Hey! Shades of RVD.
Yep. What the WWE? I think this is a will. Would the
What the
WWE be in
WWE?
debt if Vince was still in charge or was merged with UFC?
Phew.
I don't know. I mean, there was a time back in the '90s that WWE was knocking on the door of going bankrupt.
Yep.
Yeah. Right before
And
the
then-
Attitude Era.
Yeah, right before Eric Bischoff decided to reveal to people on TV that Mankind was winning the title.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he did that, everybody was like, wait, what is that?
Whoops.
What? I would say if
Yeah.
Vince was still there, there's no way that R-Truth would be gone.
No.
One, our truth wouldn't be gone. Other people would be gone that we'd be upset about. And they'd probably still be in debt because Vince.
His own financial
Vince's-
woes.
Oh my gosh.
So I saw a quick little street interview with Shane McMahon where somebody asked him, so what are the odds of Vince actually buying back the WWE? And Shane's like, never say never in wrestling world.
You never
That's
say never
true.
in the wrestling world. And you never count Vince McMahon out.
Oh my gosh.
Until he's dead, no. And even then, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
He's probably got it written in his will somewhere. Must take all my money that I leave you and try to buy back the WWE and put everybody else out of business.
Buy them all. Ooh, speaking about buying companies,
Middle rope Uranagi.
That's a manhandle slam.
As Uranagi.
Speaking of what?
speaking of buying other wrestling companies, did you hear that the Young Bucks are interested in buying Pro Wrestling Guerrilla?
No, really.
Doesn't surprise me.
With how influential they were, that doesn't
Right.
surprise me at all.
But it's the Bucks that want to buy it, not Tony.
That's not the one that Sammy Callahan owns. That Sammy
Correct.
Callahan owns the other one. Right?
No, he owns Revolver.
Revolver, that's right.
PWG was the one that basically all of the top talent that we know of today were like cutting their teeth either in Ring of Honor or PWG.
Yep.
Is that the Super Dragons?
Yeah, Super
Thing.
Dragon was out there in PWG quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, got to give Lyra credit. She'll take some punishment in the match.
I
Yeah.
want to know what those mats are. What are they made of? How much do they cost? I am lining my house with them.
I think it's just like a wrestling mat.
Nope. I bumped on
Think
just
it's-
wrestling mats on concrete.
They don't feel that good.
There's no way. No, they don't feel that.
No, but they feel better than hardwood or concrete.
Oh, well, yeah. Totally agree with that one.
And there was someone last night that did a move on the outside, and it was like a sit out, like either a Michinoku or something like that, and they immediately rolled over and grabbed their tailbone. It was like, okay, not as soft as you think
Of
it
course.
is.
Yeah, but
What'd you think about
Octagon
that
Jr.
sit out?
going over the top rope and just planting a flat back bump onto the floor? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ultimate 23 saying, I thought PWG shut down. Tommy said
Oh,
Excalibur owned it at one point. Yeah, I don't think they've been running for years. And then John Danzo, PWG will be AEW's NXT, just you watch. I think that's kind of Ring of Honor at the moment.
I was about
Right
to
now,
say,
yeah.
isn't that Ring of Honor?
But I could see like the Bucks or Tony Khan buying it just for the content library alone. Like,
she bleeding from her back shoulder?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Grab the rope, Lyra.
See, win if you can, lose if you must, but by all means, cheat.
She was pulling tights too.
Yep. Showing a little keister crack.
And now Lyra has to shake her hand.
Yeah. And acknowledge her or something like that.
Like licking her corner of her mouth. Wonder if she like cut her lip or something. She's trying to get her hair out of her mouth or something. I don't know. Right where? Didn't see it, Cole. Wrong camera angle. Didn't see nothing, Cole.
Yeah, but you still weren't the first, Bear Becky.
You can always be the first, even if you're not champion all the time. Oh no! I gotta shake your hand. Okay. Shake her hand, kick her in the gut, DDT. Peace out.
Oh yeah, she got a nice little gash on back.
King Todd.
Right shoulder.
Becky cheated. Yeah. Mando Brunt. I'm sure Fanatics will sell enough Penta masks in the next few months that the TKO debt will ease. And Grande Americano masks.
Truth. You're not wrong.
Raise her hand and then clothesline her. Now clothesline her. Oh.
Now you're just going to have her rub salt in the wound?
All around.
Yeah, funny. You got that right. I would.
Tommy Phoenix has risen. That was why Vince bought a lot of places, was for the content library. Yeah. And I think, honestly, one of the biggest misses that he had was not buying Ring of Honor for the content library. Like, that would have been a really cheap buy for him.
Now she wants her to put the belt on her waist.
Hilarious. Yes, the man wins. Raise their hands. Hi. Josh was saying
in the back of the head with the belt.
Saying they are both Irish, so they should bring back the pub brawl for the rematch.
I like it.
I like it.
Boom!
Bonk.
Yeah. Now that Becky's the champ, does Bayley take it from her for taking her out?
Do it.
I think there's got to be a little bit of a setup coming.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
If you're going to do the pub brawl, you have to have Flair as the ref.
No. There will be no 3 count. He'll let the party keep rolling. We ain't closing out the tab. Let's do this.
Oh,
you're talking Charlotte?
Here? Funny-ish saying Lyra did an awesome job being the first IC champ. Yeah, I think she did good.
She did a really good job. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, wasn't as awesome as, say, a Chelsea Green.
Yeah, not
U.S. No,
correct. Not as good, but
doggone it.
Yeah,
man,
Chapter
I didn't play
2 coming soon.
I didn't play 2K24 enough, and now they got 25, and man, got my
See,
future ex-wife on there. Man, I don't know. I might have to spend some money.
you might have to spend some money. Get yourself a streaming setup. Start yourself your own little channel spinning off from here. People can go over and watch a game. Team
Watch me
Corey
sit
can go
there
over, confuse
and
you,
watch
and
me all
distract
red
you.
face and bloodshot eyes at 3 in the
Yep.
morning on Twitch.
Yep.
No,
It could happen.
that's a hard pass.
King Todd, yeah.
Happen.
Chelsea was booked way better as U.S. champ than
Way
Lyra
better.
was as IC. I don't even think it was so much as being booked. I think Chelsea is the women, and maybe not just women's, maybe just WWE. She may be the master of making the most of your minutes. Like in WWE, I don't know if there's anybody that makes more of their minutes than Chelsea does. Like, it doesn't even have to be her spot. She's just out there, like last night, and she's just on the ring apron and still fun to watch.
Right.
John Danzo, the Corey Mania channel of gaming. Yeah, Tommy saying Chelsea is the master of taking any role and making it her own. Maximize the minutes. That's what I'm thinking of.
Meanwhile, Dustin just needs some action figures, and that's his new channel.
That's right.
He just needs to recreate what Pat McAfee's doing right here.
That's what I'm saying, right there.
just
getting some action figures. Rock and roll. Hey, Dustin, what's your predictions for the upcoming PLE? Here, let me show you.
Click, little stop action. Stop motion
That's
animation.
funny. Mia Arrington saying Chelsea is annoying. Agreed, and yet so funny.
So funny. Okay, guys, what's the call on this one?
I already told you my call earlier.
What was it?
Seth Rollins wins.
Okay.
And then the bonus is I think that he cashes in tonight. On Jey Uso. But it's a bonus point that doesn't matter and count for anything.
So, like, whose line is it anyways?
Correct. Like the bonus points for most of our puppet games.
You get a bonus point. Whoopee. Hold me back.
We need Chelsea's husband back in the WWE. I miss the Long Island Ice Z. You know, I thought that there might have been a chance for that to happen, but now
there's a chance.
But now that they're releasing people that are high dollar, I'm not sure they can afford him. Like, he's doing so well on the indies, and with everything that he's got, like, I think he even mentioned that recently. He's like, yeah, that'd be fun to go back, but it'd have to make sense. And financially, there's nobody that can really afford him on a solid contract, or nobody that could afford him has offered him what he would want to leave what he's doing.
Well, because he makes more money now than when he was with the Fed before.
Yeah.
But even if he made mediocre, according to scale of what people are making today, that would be more money than what he was before by far.
If they let him keep all of his side projects.
I think that's the key thing for him.
But WWE likes to take a portion.
Right. It's not his side bookings that he's concerned about. It's all his extra stuff.
It's his YouTube channel, his podcast, his action figures.
Yeah, he's got this whole action figure line or something that
Major Bendy's
producing and making. But did you see his thing on CBB recently?
Yeah. Listen to it.
There is something where he does like 20 to 50 auction items
Oh yeah.
on Mondays, and it's just these random things
Yep.
that he just auctions off. No way the Fed's going to let him do that.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
the type of stuff that they like. They want to get their cut on it.
They're like, hey, that's why we have shop.com. What's up?
Yeah. So they would want, they would want a cut of that. That's where I just don't know if he'd come back. But who knows?
Oh, they could make him a deal.
I
If
mean,
they wanted to.
They don't get a cut of what John Cena's doing.
Oh.
I mean,
But he's also not doing that much side projects that are wrestling focused.
Anybody else excited to watch the ballerina?
No.
The what?
The ballerina from John Wick saga?
Nope. Don't gender bend another winning franchise.
I haven't even watched John Wick 4 yet.
Ooh.
You're missing out.
I got to go back and watch 1, 2, and 3 again.
Christopher is saying he's going with L.A. Knight. Yeah. Frat House Jersey earlier had said he was going to go with Seth on that. Too bad. Let's see. King Todd, I vote LA Knight should win. This is his third Money in the Bank in a row. He should have won the last 2 years, especially the year Damian Priest won. Nobody wanted that but Triple H. Agreed, he should have won that rather than... Funnyish says, I want to see LA Knight win, but I got a funny feeling it's going to be Seth.
So the question is, Becky Lynch, she lost 2 and won the third. So is LA Knight going to lose 2 and win the third?
Maybe. Harrington, either Seth Rollins or LA Knight, but mostly LA Knight. Tommy saying Zach was briefly on AEW. Yeah, they've had Matt Cardona on AEW a couple times to do a couple one-off matches. He was there to face Edge or Adam Copeland for the Cope Open, and then earlier on he was there teaming up with Cody, but it was only brought in as just that. Also has Major Brothers podcast with Brian Myers. Maybe tonight is where Jacob turns on Solo and turns babyface, which that could be.
I see them dragging that a little longer.
I think they do get a cut. They get a cut of a lot of people's
stuff.
I just don't know as it's with everyone's.
So there was a comment made at the last live stream. I don't know whether it was the one with, I think it was just you and me, Josh, on that one.
AW?
But there was a comment made that I just wanted to hold true. And is Dustin always eating? Yes,
That's
I
hilarious.
am. Popcorn, one at a time.
One at a time.
That way it'll last me the rest of the pay-per-view.
You're doing it wrong. I'll get an extra large tub at the movie theater, and I've got it done before the movie starts.
Ultimate 23 had said anybody but Seth Rollins. Lucky shot, exactly. No more gender bending. Christopher Strike Leather, my bold prediction is Roman pushes the ladder as Seth is about to win because I don't think it was a coincidence that Seth mentioned him last night. Plus, Seth beats up every other participant other than Solo. That's possible too. Although I kind of feel like they might be saving Roman for SummerSlam. But I do agree that there's going to be something there.
If that's
John
the case,
Danzo is saying Penta all the way.
If they're saving Roman for SummerSlam, then who would Roman face? Because the winner of the King and Queen of the ring faced the champion at SummerSlam. So does that mean Roman's going to turn around and enter into the King of the Ring?
No, I just think that Seth winds up winning the belt somehow.
Mm-hmm.
He defeats whoever winds up winning King and the Queen of the Ring, but then you wind up getting Roman coming in to cause the interference. Unless by chance you wind up having CM Punk in the King and Queen, and he winds up winning it, and then Roman costs Seth the title for CM Punk to win it.
I could see that.
To build that whole thing all up again. But I do think that next year we're probably lining up for a CM Punk Seth Rollins, and it feels like if they're going to try to build it, they'll probably throw a belt in with it. It doesn't need it, but it feels like they would. Okay, chatting with my son here, Mando Brunt says, and he thinks that Solo wins, but cashes in on the U.S. title. Okay.
That one's bad.
I already...
That's fine.
Christopher John saying he's had so many pushes. Who are we talking? He has had so many pushes, and he still looks at it like, finally, I'm getting my shot. Hint, hint. I'm not a fan of Seth. Okay. Dustin, I hope you have extra butter on your popcorn.
Extra butter. Hey, is it just me, or is we maybe talked about this before? But Penn is essentially the second coming of El Parker, right? Or LA Park, or whatever you want to call him.
La Parka.
Yeah. King Todd
So
is
it's not
saying
extra butter, but it is
Cerro
movie theater.
Miedo. Woo, Penta.
Is that who he's going with?
Sounds like it. Iwo Joe is saying LA Knight or Penta. Tommy says, with The Rock being so high in position on TKO, I don't see Roman leaving unless he wants to. If Penta wins, I would lose. He's been my favorite for quite a while.
Who was it in the chat that they've said it a couple times now? They said The Rock's mom. It looks like The Rock's mom sitting behind Pat McAfee.
I saw that up here somewhere.
Because the second comment was he thought he saw a kid taking a picture with her.
Christopher John, I'm pretty sure that's The Rock's mom sitting behind Pat McAfee.
So maybe The Rock will make an appearance tonight.
Maybe.
And in that case, would you go with Solo Sikoa? I don't know. Do they still say that El Grande Americano's from the Gulf of America, or do they say something else now?
I think they went back to the Gulf of Mexico. Or
I was gonna say,
maybe it is America.
They got a lot of.
They went Gulf of America, then Gulf of Mexico, then back to Gulf of America. I don't know.
Just go with the heat. Just go with the heat.
Why they ran from the heat, I have no idea.
I don't either. Oh my gosh, we can't do something controversial. This is pro wrestling.
Yeah. Funny-ish says, should Rey Fenix do a run-in and help Penta win with the El Grande? What if Solo won the briefcase and just cashed it in on Jacob?
No, because they're setting up for JC Mateo and Jacob. It's Jeff Cobb. Come on.
K-Dog87 saying, I think that Josh is the one that mentioned this, but if Jay gets cashed in on tonight, what are they doing about Gunther tomorrow? Jay and Gunther have been talked about for weeks now for the title. Yeah. Making a three-way or something? I have no idea.
Could still do the match without it being for the belt.
Ryan Benedict. El Grande Americano wins the ladder match, then reveals to be Chet Gable, Chad's brother. Laparcus, who you're thinking of, Corey. Ultimate 23 says, Penna has a similar look, but not necessarily a similar gimmick. He's like, if you took La Parka and Octagon.
The look, the bodysuit, the look, the bodysuit, and then the walk. And I was like,
all right, so
I was like seeing the walk again, and I was like,
So Seth, Corey, who are you picking?
And Christopher John says, I'm picking Andrade. I was going to say El Idolo.
Yeah, don't say that.
Who's Corey picking? Corey, who you
I don't know.
picking?
Who's Dustin picking? Who you picking, Dustin? Dustin, who you picking? Not your nose. Who you picking?
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say LA Knight.
Do your thing.
Third time's a charm?
I think so. Because I think there's going to be some interference somewhere.
Wow. Solo is Solo.
Yep.
David Mathis says that Dustin is picking the winner. Laugh out loud. Christopher Strike Leather says, my other bold prediction, Jay beats Gunther and LA Knight cashes it in on him after the match. Not only winning the title, but turning heel in the process. Joshua 2814, El Grande should win and Gable get another belt. Then they can tease that he's going to cash in on Chad for months. That would be hilarious. Chad Gable wins a belt. El Grande Americano is the Money in the Bank winner. And El Grande keeps talking about how he's going to cash it in on Chad Gable. That would be hilarious.
No.
K-Dog, I wouldn't be against Andrade winning, and the fans wouldn't treat LA Knight cashing in as a heel turn. Probably not.
But then again, now that I think about it, LA Knight. And where's this being taken place at?
In LA.
In LA. And the homeboy rarely wins his own match in his hometown. And even though that's not his hometown, that's where he's claiming to be from. But I'm still going to go with LA Knight. Corey?
You better hurry. Bell's about to ring.
Crap. All right.
Otherwise, we put you with Penta.
I don't like any of these options.
You got to guess. They're ringing it.
I hear the bell. He gets Penta.
Fine what? This is the most
LA. Nope.
Bell. He gets Penta.
I don't know who he said.
Who'd you
say?
say?
I said nope. Seth. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. All right.
It's gold britches, and nobody likes him. Sorry, not gold. Bronze britches.
Copper.
Bringing back the penny belt.
And so it was like, what's up? Laughing.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, okay.
Kicking.
Christopher John, if I have to pick, I'm going to say Seth, but I'd rather Solo. I'm going with LA. You sound like Corey now. Grizz Thorn. I know I'm late, but howdy, everybody. Howdy.
I do like Solo better when he's doing the comedy thing. He's funnier that way.
K-Dog 87. I always thought LA meant he was from Louisiana.
That's just what Truth said.
Funnyish. If the theory is true from earlier, then Knight's ring gear is saying that he wins.
Oh. Crap.
Ha ha. LA Nightmare when just because he's wearing the same color as the Money in the Banks. Yep, that was Frat House jersey. That's funny. It could be.
The other reason I'm eating one piece of popcorn at a time is because if my daughter's watching it, it would drive her up the wall.
That's all right. I almost came in with pork rinds, and then I saw that they were actually expired. I didn't eat them fast enough.
Pork rinds can expire?
Apparently.
Wow.
I wouldn't know.
This is hiatus in the middle.
This is the first time I've ever checked them. Let them go this long.
I don't think I've ever checked it. The only expiration I check is milk. And if bread's got something growing on it, then I throw it away.
Yeah. Honestly, this Money in the Bank is very even. None of these would be bad booking. I could see how they could run with most of them in some type of a program. Maybe not all world titles, but all of them in a program.
I was going to say, the Andrade has me confused, though. Why he's in the mix, other than the fact that he can work with any of them.
Oh, no.
You saw something I didn't see.
Oh.
Yep.
What?
Andrade in the ladder.
Oh!
Yep, Josh is ahead of us.
Oh, I'm pausing. Oh.
Yep, just ruined his plans for the whole weekend.
And Andrade's like, I'm taking a 10-minute. I'm stuck.
He's like, I'm out. Hey, ref, come here. This is me tapping.
Christopher John, I'll clock back in later, fellas. I'm going to focus on this match. Probably a good idea. Solo has much more personality.
Oh, he's still grimacing under there. Oh, no.
Yeah, Solo's personality has come a long way in the last couple of years. I like this character of Solo. The whole...
It's not Gunther, but it's close.
He's like, all right.
It ain't Brody King, but it's close.
Grizz Thorne says that R-Truth returns and climbs the ladder.
We're hoping. Oh! Well, he's back. Ref's still checking on him. You okay?
Yowza.
Well, I think something just exploded, but no.
King Todd saying, I've never seen Penta in a bad outfit. Even this gold and black look is sick. My favorite is his all black one.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That
or the black and red one looks good too.
Yeah, but his all black where he has the different textures on it, where he's got like the black shiny and then the black matte on top of it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he calls that variant of himself, though.
It's like the dark Penta.
Yeah.
Something like that. Paul Heyman wins Money in the Bank.
I don't know. Here's $1 million question everyone's asking themselves. Does a El Grande Americano load up the mask? And if so, does he try and hit Solo with the loaded mask?
Wouldn't be advised.
No.
Thank you.
It's a pro wrestling staple. Never headbutt a Samoan. You just kicked the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher's saying it's Pentagon Dark. I was trying to remember because there's a... I don't remember. I can't remember what the Spanish word for dark was, though. Because I think that's what he was going by, at least last time I watched it. But, yeah. David Mathis. For you, Josh, an open bag of pork rinds usually last about 9 months. Once opened, they tend to lose their crispiness with fresh. I saw flicker, flicker. You guys got storms in the area?
Nope.
No.
Winds?
But I saw it too. I don't know. Let me check
Nope.
my weather thingy.
Dustin's lights were flickering.
Weather-wise. What's weather-wise say?
Watching Heyman try to reach for the case would be a sight for sure. Milk can often be consumed past its expiration date, generally up to 3 days.
No, it can't. Not in my house.
My favorite Pentagon is when he was in Lucha Underground. Yeah, like that was the Dark Penta that I was thinking of, but I can't remember. Didn't he have like another... Solo's hair looks like instant ramen.
Oh my God, it does.
Funny that
Now
the
I'm never
shortest
gonna unsee it.
contestant brought in the shortest ladder. That is funny. There it is, Tommy. Penta Oscuro.
Yep, that's it.
That's the one. I knew someone would have our back here. And it was Dark Penta, yeah. But that's what it means, right? Oscuro, isn't that Spanish for dark? I
I'll
think
take your word for it.
maybe.
Josh, you're right. I got severe thunderstorm warnings, hail 3/4 of an inch thick. Radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour winds for the next 43 minutes.
Hey, the way that was flickering, it reminds me of when we got storms, and it was like...
Long as it doesn't interrupt my wrestling, I'm all right.
Yeah, if we lose you, you know how to find us again.
Paul Heyman's out there doing an outrunner's response. Watch him.
John Danzo saying he's in New Jersey. They just had a batch of bad thunderstorms a couple hours ago.
Ooh. Good thing it's fine.
I'll tell you what. I've been paying attention to that guy that our third brother.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah, I've been following him, man. He's pretty accurate.
He's accurate.
He's the one that does that.
Has that what?
If
Brian
you
Hall?
ever, no matter where you're at in the country, in the U.S., if you're wanting to follow storms, YouTube Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall, that's right.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
And he's the one that does WeatherWise for an app. It's a totally free app, and he uses that on his screen. And it's really good.
Really good, yeah. Yeah, I know when we've had, tornado warnings and everything, I'm like, I'm not paying attention to any of our local news stations. After I go outside and I look and see what color it is, then I'll go inside and then check Ryan Hall.
Was it you or B that was telling me that he was watching the local stuff and Ryan at the same time, and Ryan would make a comment, and then literally like 10 seconds, 15 seconds later, the newscast was saying the exact same comment, word for word, verbatim, is what Ryan Hall was saying.
That could have been either one of us, because I know after one of those, when the tornadoes were ripping through here, Beej and I talked about it like the very next day, because we were both doing the same thing.
Man.
What?
You just pushed him on over.
Yep.
Yep, there he goes. Why? Just shove him off and then grab the...
And then he's going to... What is he doing?
What are they all doing?
Step on his head. Those ladders have a weight limit. I know.
Oh. Sunset. Boom. Ow. Right in the corner, too. Oh. I don't like that. I mean, couldn't happen to a nicer guy, but still, ooh.
Lucky
Penta's
shot.
tailbone's still hurting him.
I'm down in Oklahoma.
like,
We
why did
always
I do
have
that?
storms. Yeah, you do. And if
When
you
is
haven't
storm
discovered
season in
Ryan Hall,
Oklahoma? Tuesday?
right?
He
It's a
hasn't.
day
He
that ends
hasn't
in Y.
discovered him.
I don't know, but if you haven't,
You need to.
after you're done with our channel, go check out Ryan Hall. Tommy Phoenix Risen. My body tells me the weather before weather people on TV tell anything. Facts.
Yeah.
Your body or your dog's.
Yeah.
Chad is bleeding on his back. Where? Chad's not even in this match.
You know what they're saying.
Yeah, Lucky Shot saying, I like him and Max Velocity. Yeah, Max Velocity hangs on a long time, longer than Ryan does when he's off of it. But I know if Ryan's not covering it, then we're all in the clear.
I was going to say, why are you guys discussing it?
We got Bridges. Yeah. You know Michael Cole has it out for Chad Gable's new gimmick. Yeah, he does. I heard that comment earlier. I was just on Google and I found out, I searched El Grande Americano and it says Chad Gable, American professional wrestler.
Doesn't say coffee, huh?
It should.
I should. Oh.
It should also say Luchador from North America.
Ay.
Hit his head perfectly in between the rungs.
Yeah.
Come on.
This has been a good PLE so far. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Christopher Strike Leather saying Andrade has taken some gnarly bumps tonight. Yes, he has.
Oh my gosh. He started off with that ladder to the undercarriage.
The mommy daddy button. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Solo, so funny.
I'm liking it.
Has any wrestler, Joshua 2814, has any wrestler said they like ladder matches in a shoot? Edge was great at them, but even he says he hates them. I'm hurting just watching them. I've never heard anyone say that.
That they
like
them?
ladder matches.
No, usually it's just people grumbling about being hurt in them.
Yeah.
You can't predict it. You can't predict the ladders.
Hold
on to it, green shirt guy.
That one's broke, or just doesn't have supports in it. Oh, that one's gimmicked. Yeah, there's no side supports.
Frat House Jersey saying, I don't like this Solo. He doesn't take anything serious. That's why I like him. Because he seems kind of delusional. Andrade always taking bad ladder spots in ladder matches. Andrade's like, if you're going to be in it, you might as well make it worth it. Rough with cuffs. The internet does lie. Wiki getting Americano and Gable wrong. Oh. Ultimate 23. To be fair, El Grande Americano is a dumb gimmick. What's the point? Only way this makes any sense is if Chad has a brother and we don't know, or it to be revealed later, a la Eric Angle doing a switch with Kurt Angle. Do you think WWE will buy Maple Leaf Pro in Canada so they can rule the whole continent? You never know.
No. Ah. Man, everybody ran on
Solo might be R-Truth's half brother.
He couldn't be so lucky.
Chad is the new Mr. America brother. That's hilarious.
That's it.
Funny-ish Center says, I read a story that the ladders are actually wood, but painted to look metal.
Nope.
They've had...
You can see when you look at it closer that it's actually just aluminum and it's carved out.
They've done it in the past where they did that when they had the black ladders. They had some of them that were wood and were meant to be broke, so they spray painted them black. But yeah, like that one, you can look at the fireball. You can see that it's not like a 2x4 on the outside. Yeah, otherwise the only Ultimate 23, the only logical thing in my book is that El Grande Americano is a punishment gimmick or something that we don't know about.
I don't know. He's on TV, so what punishment could it be?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, exactly, because he's not being...
I mean, he's getting put over.
Gracias. He's not only is he getting put over, he's pulling double duty a lot of the time. So he's getting double the TV time that others are.
Right.
Joshua 2814. Chekhov's gun. If you introduce a fireball ladder, it has to be used.
Agreed. And it has to be used on El Grande Americano.
He didn't have the metal piece in there.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Because look at Penta. Like, Penta hit it, and then he immediately, like, fell down himself.
Uh-oh. When the crowd starts making noises that I can't...
He
Maybe he didn't.
Yep, now he's moving it in there.
Christopher Strike Leather. Remember when Vince put Dusty in polka dots?
Yeah.
People thought Vince was punishing him.
Yeah,
true.
Work.
True. Dusty made it work. Maybe this was punishment for Chad, and he's just making it work. I mean, El Grande Americano.
Seth helping him. Is El Grande going to get it? No. Owie. Owie. Owie.
Ah! Mm! Did he hit the?
Oh,
Did he hit the ladder?
I
I
don't
don't think
think
so.
so,
I
but
think he
that was
missed it.
just a rough bump.
I mean, nothing moved.
Right
That's
on
the
the
portion of the
edge.
ring that doesn't.
All
That
right,
was a cool spot.
somebody get that ladder out of the way.
He was
Oh,
close.
so close. Uh-oh. Straighten it up. Somebody's got to take the one on the outside.
Right.
Come on, Andrade.
There's
Get in there.
Andrade.
Get on the other side. Tip it back.
Need to push him over, and he cross-bodies Paul Heyman.
Is Andrade going to take it?
There's LA Knight sliding in.
Now we got more
And Solo.
tables. Oh, my goodness. Now it's getting messy. Is he hanging? Oh, he's hanging on it.
He's calling in Braun and Bronson Reed.
Oh!
Oh,
Mm. Oh!
Broke
Snapping
that ladder.
all sorts
that
of stuff.
that one's done did broke.
Paul Heyman do the testify.
Yeah. Tsunami.
Uh-oh. Yep, here comes the squishy. You got room for it? Why is it every time I see him do that, it knocks the air out of me?
Right.
That's my ab workout. I just keep watching Bronson Reed coming off of tsunamis and
Braun Breaker making fun of Solo. Oh.
Roman Reigns.
nope.
Werewolf.
Jacob.
The rest of yeah.
Yep. Cobb and Fatu. Or Mateo and Fatu.
Yeah.
These are all guys that aren't even in the match.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of remind you of that tag team ladders match.
Though the
Where-
TLC 2 from
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Where you had like Spike in there
And Lita
Rhino
and Rhino. Oof.
Through the barricade.
Yep. I wasn't even hooked up.
Pulled a pin.
Oh, that was close too.
Uh-oh. That's a whole lot of meat flying.
Right?
Unhinged, yeah. All gas, no brakes.
Nah, but he's going to turn on him. Watch it.
Oh, he's going to set up the ladder for him and then tip him.
Because he's got to go backwards into that other ladder.
No, need a bigger ladder.
Yeah.
Watch
Need
it.
to move
He's
it
gonna
over.
Look back. That's a ways. He's going to have to jump like Chelsea did last year.
What the? Hey, man. What's up, man? What you doing?
My shoe. Caught him.
Yep, line him up, squish him.
Yep. Yup.
Yup.
Oh, this match is good. It's so good. I don't even care who wins
There's
at
still
this
a match
point.
going on.
No.
Oh, what's going on?
What do you think? They're both going through the ladder?
Yeah. Seems like it.
Samoan drop, maybe? No. It's the
Uranagi.
manhandle slam.
Uranagi.
That one was gimmicked.
Yeah.
I
No
still
side
wouldn't want to take it, though.
supports.
Still wouldn't want to take it.
Yeah.
Nope. And that basically resets.
Everybody.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if you can hear that or not, but I got the wind blowing pretty heavy out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
A new fireball ladder.
I was going to say, is that a second one?
Yep.
They brought it from the back.
When they pull out the first one, there was like 3 under there.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, I was like, there's 3? Which one you grabbing?
The one that's not broken.
Yeah. Man,
Here comes LA Knight.
one more rung and this thing's gonna touch. So what was stopping Braun Breaker from? Oh,
Braun Breaker went through the barricade.
oh, that's what stopped him.
Yeah. He took out JC Mateo.
Yeah, I was like,
There it is. Is he going to get it? Yep.
there he is.
LA Knight, it's just not your cup of tea having that Money in the Bank
Match.
gimmick.
He should cash it in on John Cena.
It would be hilarious.
I would die laughing. I would probably still be laughing when we come back to the next live stream.
Right?
Mm.
That was a good match. That was a good match.
I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Good match, yes. David Mathis is saying, I hope he cashes in on Cena tonight. Christopher John, whack. Don't know if you guys play the WWE video games, but JC Mateo reminds me of the one preset creator wrestler.
I do not. I do not.
I hope he pulls a Drew tonight. No. No, no, no. We do not want that.
Whoa.
All right. Clear the ring. Oh.
Burn it down. Whoa.
No, we don't need you singing.
Oh, what's he looking in the background for? What's he?
I don't know.
It's like he's looking like there's somebody should be coming through. Either that or Paul was talking to him. Got to give him a little bit more. They got to get the ring cleaned.
Ooh. Braun Breaker's like hobbling around.
Yeah, he was doing that ever since running through the barricade.
Mm.
Oh, I need my glasses to see something. All right, let's see. So I'm going to apologize if we haven't read a lot of these.
Oh, did Josh run go potty again?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's just us.
All right. That guy.
John Danzo saying, I keep hoping to hear the What's Up theme play. Weren't we all? Weren't we all?
Truth. Oh, yeah. FIFA.
Christopher John says, whack? What was whack? I thought that was a good match.
I thought it was a good match. But, you know, maybe it was
Jacob's
just
going to
the
have to
ending
have
or
his
something.
own bloodline with the Samoan Giant and Zilla.
Dun, 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 dun. Great. Got that stuck in my head now.
Christopher John says, nice to see an up-and-coming star like Rollins finally get a shot. It's almost like they should have done this 1P.
10 years ago.
Is that what
That's
that,
what he said.
that
Yeah.
means?
He finished off the comment like they should have done this 10 years ago. Oh, yeah, they did.
They did. There it is. Yep.
Yep. Jacob's going to have his own bloodline.
Saw that. Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would work.
I'll take it.
I feel like JC was better when he was in Lucha Underground. I've enjoyed him just as Jeff Cobb just running around. Watching him in New Japan when he was with United Empire was fun.
But then again, I just love Lucha Underground anyway. I mean, any of them.
Yeah.
Where can you find it?
Good luck.
Yep.
Let me see.
Believe it or not, I watched it on, what was it, Tubi or Roku or something for a while. But I don't think it's on there
Yeah?
anymore.
Probably not.
Well, I just checked watchany.stream, and it says it looks like this is not available for streaming in any country.
Yep.
But yeah, the last time I saw it, and Tommy's saying it is on Lucha Underground, or it's on Tubi, but if I remember right, Lucha Underground on Tubi is not an on-demand. It's on one of their live channels that you just have to catch it.
Right. Yeah, you just have to watch it.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
did I
there's
show
no
you guys?
from the beginning. You just jump in wherever you get in.
Did I show you guys my new Funkos?
No.
Probably
I
not.
got the
Oh,
Dudleys.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Hall of Fame edition on the Dudleys.
Oh yes, you did. You did show me that.
And then I got It's me.
DDP.
It's DDP.
DDP.
And then I got because of
Umaga.
one of our most recent nicknames, the Samoan Bulldozer.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy because Fanatics, these two were Fanatics exclusive, the Dudleys and Umaga. But when I had ordered them both, Umaga didn't show up. Like I opened the box and, Nikki Bella's on Raw tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Mariah May's not.
There you go. Yeah, Tommy's saying I watched it in order on Tubi, all for free. Interesting.
Really? I will have to check it out.
Yeah, check and see if that's still there. Because it is good. Yeah, I remember I watched it back when it was on Netflix. That's been a few years back.
In a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple.
So we've got Jay and Gunther tomorrow night for the title. Yeah. That would be a perfect cash-in for
Seth?
Yeah. Seth.
Right after Jay winds up retaining?
Yeah. Because if he were to go after him during a tag match, I mean, yeah, he's gonna have time to like sit on the sidelines and catch his breath and
a Ren 25 guys. Spoiler: Mr. Iguana interrupts the exchange of Rollins. Tommy says that he's checking Tubi for you right now, Corey.
I appreciate it, buddy.
K-Dog 87, R.I.P. Umaga, Samoan Werewolf, and the Samoan Bulldozer would have been an amazing match. That would have been an amazing tag team. Like Samoan SWAT Team 3.0.
3.0.
But they should have just called it like the Samoan squash team.
Yes.
Just that
Why
right there.
is that not a gimmick?
I have no idea.
Send that to Jacob Fatu.
Let's see. I'm missing a couple. John Danzo, speaking of Mariah May, does her name change? I don't think so.
I say no, don't.
I
But
say
I think they will.
Yeah.
I don't think they should. I don't know as they will, but if I'm leaning... 51% says no, they're not going to. 49 says they will. And that 49 is because they didn't actually say her name on NXT.
And they didn't with Ricky Starks either. His first episode he was on there, they didn't say his name until the next week.
So, I don't know. But they shouldn't.
I hope they
because it's her name.
And what is it now? Ricky Sprints or Ricky Spirit Squad?
Saints?
Saints, that's what
Ricky Saint.
Ricky Saint. Yeah.
Joshua saying, I got back into wrestling after 30 years away because of Lucha Underground, but I never got to finish when it was pulled. Yeah.
Mm.
If it's on Tubi, then hey.
Tommy says, Corey, I did find it on Tubi, but I don't know if you want me to post the link in here. No, if it's on Tubi, we'll find it.
I'll find it.
Because chances are YouTube, just with the comment moderation, it'll probably not show the thing anyways. Oh, I haven't even done that to see if there were any. Sometimes some of these comments, they get held. And some of that is because I wanted it to.
If it's on Tubi, I'll find it.
But yeah, if it's on Tubi, yeah, we can find that. So Josh, hey. He's saying it's not on Tubi now in the States. Tommy, where you at?
So get a VPN.
I got a VPN.
We'll have to find out. I know it was on Tubi for a while. Or was it the Roku channel that it was on for a while and then it went away?
It was one of the two. I know it was one of the free channels.
Tubi I might not have checked, but let's see, there's something else. Yes, WrestleMania 42 coming back to Vegas. David Mathis saying Mil Muertes from Underground Wrestling needs to come to WWE. So good.
Yep.
Ooh. Nice jacket with the flames.
This Monday night on Raw, Braun Breaker has a new theme song debut by Limp Bizkit, if I heard correctly.
Wow.
Ooh, Fred Durst is out of the doghouse? He got put in the doghouse for the longest time by flipping the bird straight to the camera on a PLE or something. Give that weight belt to the kid. That's right, kid. Here you go. Get in the gym.
Yeah, Frat House Jace Jersey saying Seth attacked Jay tonight right after the tag match. It makes sense that he would. Oh, hey, we got to lock in our predictions on this. Who y'all think is going to win? You did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Team Yeet.
Team Yeet?
Yeet over Heat.
Yeet. Yeet. Yeet.
Is that what you're going with, Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking ahead of time because it's the way of letting Team Yeet actually get a win, have John Cena take an L for a little bit, but he gets to blame it on Logan Paul.
Yep.
So, yeah, Tommy was saying he's in the States. Oh, but it is not there. Sorry, I didn't see the yellow font for it.
Oh.
So.
I will search.
Christopher John is saying Cody turns on Jay and Seth cashes in. That would be hilarious. Funny-ish is saying Cena and Paul win because WWE. Yes, the WWE wins.
So I will say, I popped and laughed my butt off with Cody's comment towards Logan Paul last night when they were cutting their little promo. And Logan Paul's getting ready to leave with John Cena. And Cody Rhodes goes, wait. Logan, what was it? Are you going to go back and do something to his peacemaker or something like that back in the locker room?
Oh, yeah.
And they both looked at each other and then they started fighting. But it was funny.
But I was saying,
nice.
When Jeff Cobb debuted, they called him Jeff Cobb, but then it was the next week that they renamed him. So it was on the pay-per-view that he made the appearance that they called him Jeff Cobb.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. Ultimate 23 saying Cody and Jay win because Cena and Paul took them out on SmackDown last night.
Yep. Thank you for
theory.
Yeah, and hey, just saying, I'm going to try to jinx myself. If Team Yeet wins, that means I will have went with a clean sweep on predictions for tonight.
Oh no, you're hosing yourself, dude.
Clean sweep. Maybe the first one ever. Frat House Jersey saying John Cena wins because they're not going to have him lose a match until he loses the belt. Yeah, but they've got to have him lose a match because he's not going to lose the belt. He's going to take the belt home with him.
So this would be a one that he could lose.
I hope he does. That way they can take the stupid, big, ugly, big WWE logo and get it off of TV forever and bring something new. Like, bring back a new version of the Winged Eagle. Woohoo! Breeze Dorling, super chat, saying, Cena is the reason WWE fired Truth. Hot take, maybe true.
That's huge.
And Bubba Ray Dudley made the comment, if they did the thing right, then what they should have had was John Cena come on there and say, I made a phone call to Dwayne Johnson, to The Rock, and told him, I want you to fire Truth. And that's why he's not here. And then that would have that would have been perfect.
The heat.
Oh, it would have been so good.
That'd be hilarious. Josh was saying, Jay's entrances are great, but I feel bad for security.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
But yeah, so his entrances, like, it gives me the nostalgia feel, of like back in the day, DDP. Sting coming down from the rafters, walking down through the crowd. And then I guess even the Shield jumping the barricades and coming through the crowd. There's been a lot of them that have done it, but yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, they get some practice with that every couple of years, don't you think?
Get some what?
Practice with that every few years.
Yeah.
Having somebody's entrance just in and out of the crowd.
For sure. For sure.
And with all the little sneaky run-ins and everything, it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess.
I didn't even realize how appropriate that super chat gif was for Money in the Bank, where you got the $1 Million Man.
Money in the Bank, yeah.
Laughing. Hilarious.
Yeah, do it again.
There you go. Right when they want to run the Yeets back, Logan Paul comes out with his drone. Frat House Jersey saying, yes, the big winged eagle. Yeah, I would love to see that happen. Like, I really would love to see If John Cena could leave us with one present when he retires,
It would be getting rid of that belt.
it would be taking that belt with him, and then they get a new belt, but it is an updated version of the Winged Eagle. Go ahead and put the logo on it, kind of like you have the world title that has the logo, but it's a little more subtle. Do that with the Winged Eagle version. Yes, please.
Do you think they would do that, or would they put some big ugly TKO all over it?
Who knows? Hopefully not, though. Josh saying, the next year, Logan wins the briefcase with his drone. Have the drone come in with its own carabiner, clip onto it, and fly away. He just runs in the back, and it delivers it to him.
That's
Or
like
someone climbs the ladder. The drone hooks onto it, has a hook on it, and someone climbs the ladder, and then the drone hooks it, and then pulls it off to the side.
Yeah.
So
That's
they can't
funny.
reach it.
Christopher John
They
saying,
move
I
the
don't
ladder,
care.
and it moves it the other way.
Yeah. Christopher John saying, I don't care what anyone says. I love Logan Paul. He's an amazing talent and an innovator. I'm not going to disagree. His in-ring ability is great. He picks it up. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to get heat. He does all the things you would want a professional wrestler to do. And because he's a content creator, he has an eye for things that are pretty cool. Like the drone thing is cool. Now it's becoming a little bit of a gimmick because he does it every time. But the whole selfie on, what was it, Roman Reigns, where he did like the frog splash to the outside holding the phone for the selfie camera, that was cool.
Why are people still cheering Cena? I stopped cheering John Cena like over a decade ago. Nearly 2.
The last time with LA in a
LA.
different color.
Yep.
I just want to know how many millions is he making off the residuals from all of this merch, where he shows up at every single
my
town
goodness.
with a whole new
He
one.
makes a ton. A ton.
Hey, to be fair, when SmackDown was in Des Moines, had they had something that was like Hawkeye black and gold that was last time is now, I would have snatched it up.
I know you would have, because you're a nerd like that.
Yep. You can call me Mark.
Yep. Sal Gandini.
What do you all think about Logan Paul lying about inventing a move that Super Crazy was doing for years? Yeah, that was a hot take from him. If anything, it just shows how limited Logan Paul's wrestling knowledge is.
What is the last original wrestling move that you guys can remember? Canadian Destroyer?
Spanish Fly, those are both about the same time frame.
Yeah. I mean,
630 Senton or the 630 Moonsault.
Ooh, the 630 Moonsault, maybe.
Yeah. Would Logan Paul even know who Super Crazy is? I don't think so.
No. However, he should go back and watch some tapes and
yeah,
Super Crazy and
but y'all would from our 2000s tag team Muppets, even though these two didn't guess correctly. The Mexicools.
That's right. Neither did he because he wasn't playing.
This is true.
Didn't I?
I don't know. Maybe he did. I know Dustin didn't. Dustin gets most of them wrong, unless it's 2010s, and then he does a pretty good job at it.
No, I just bet
Ooh. John Danzo saying the haluva kick.
Which is really just a Yakuza in the corner, but
yeah,
I give it to you.
Blunt force drama.
I mean, so many things are just variations on variations.
Yeah,
anymore,
like even the Canadian Destroyer is a variation on a pile driver. Because it's just a front flipping pile driver.
If you're giving it.
Yeah. Tommy's saying the DDT. That might be the last original move.
But it wasn't original. Andre the Giant did it before Jake Roberts did. Andre the Giant did it.
Andre
slipped.
slipped.
Back footage.
No, he did. He did. He grabbed him in a front face lock and dropped him on a DDT.
Yeah.
Back in like the 70s.
Cody has had a long layoff between now and losing at WrestleMania. He has. He's had some time off.
He has,
Yeah.
but the dude
Lucha
was
kick.
like, that entire year, he was like, go, 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 go. And they kept asking him, hey, would you like to do this? You want to do that? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. He was
I don't
doing
care
all
what
of it.
anybody says. I still have the utmost respect for him for wrestling that cage match against Seth with that torn pec.
Oh, with the
I'm
torn
just
pec.
like, oh.
Yes.
He just tagged in Logan.
100%.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Ultimate 23 said the haluva kick is just a reverse running big boot. Otherwise, the figure 8 is unique. Nah, the figure 8's just a figure 4 with a bridge.
Right. And if you, yeah.
I would have said that
and...
that finisher that Rhea does, but that's just like an inverted Texas cloverleaf.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't even...
How about the armbar?
Armbar.
It was on the list.
Yeah. King Todd saying MVP did the haluva kick, just called it the drive-by before Roman's apron thing. Maybe the stink face counts as a new and genius move.
I think Andre did that too.
Could be.
I don't think that was his
He
intent.
did. Yes, in fact, he did. Andre did it to Randy Savage. Remember when he had him in the corner and he just started sitting in his face? He did. Yep.
Mando Brunt saying F5 question mark.
He's like, come on, kid. Do that. Cool.
F5?
F5, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Because that I can't say that's
match.
I can't really say that's a variation
Of what?
It's like a combination of moves, not a variation. Because you've just got a fireman's carry. Breeze Darling throwing another one in there.
Everyone
And
I hear makes me do it.
and saying, chanting, "We want truth. We want truth. We want truth." Yes, we do.
Every one of those super chats makes me do the laugh.
It does.
I can't help it.
Okay, so this one, honestly, I think Paul did invent a brand new move with his latest finishing move. He calls it the Pulverizer. The Pulverizer's dope. I don't think it's actually a new one. I can't remember who did it, but I'm almost positive when I saw that I was like, oh yeah, it's a back body drop into a rotating DDT. Like, it seems like I've seen that at some place, but I can't remember who.
I don't know.
And that's the hard part with, like, back when there was backyard wrestling and all the trampoline organizations,
Sure.
there were all of these moves that were coming out where you had, like...
Well, yeah, not just that, but then you got everything from... There you go. Everything from all of the different video games and Fire Pro Wrestling where you could create your own moveset, and there was some...
Yeah.
There was some video game that came out. It was like wrestling, but it was like in the streets, and had these bigger than life characters that were completely unrealistic, doing these completely unrealistic moves, and
then indie guys started doing those.
Yeah, we wrestled with a guy that was like, "Hey, I saw this move. I want to try it
On a video game.
Spend the next two. Yeah, I saw this on a video game. Well, what is it? Well, you kind of do this, and then you pick them up like this, and it's like,
Yeah.
I can't defy gravity. What are we doing?
That's not the same guy that had a match with me, and he wanted to start off the match with a Hurricane Rana on me, was it? That same little dude? Okay.
No.
Yeah. John Danzo,
All
hear
right,
the
so
truth
I'm going to
chants.
tie up, and we're going to
So
do a
many.
Rana. No, we're not.
Somebody did the F5 in WCW before Brock did it in WWE.
Did they?
And
Okay.
to be fair,
Fair.
Chalky81 is saying the F5 is basically the TKO from Mark Marrow. And it would be. It'd be a reverse TKO. Instead of going backwards and laying out, you're going forwards and laying out.
I can see it.
Yeah.
So, good call on that.
It's a reverse TKO.
Yep. One of the Natural Born Thrillers did do the F5. I think it was Sean O'Hare.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Good call, Christopher. Okay.
See?
The One-Winged Angel, Kenny Omega.
Oh.
That one might be original because it's electric chair
Yep.
into like Michinoku, kind of. That might be.
Electric chair, snapmare, Michinoku. I'll give it.
That might be.
That's one of those moves that if you were to see it the first time you see it, you're like, all right, what video game did he get that from?
Correct.
Because it's like, how, what, where, what?
And his consistency being able to hit that
Paul's
is impressive.
Right. It's like Paul's new finisher, that back body into the twisting whatever.
If I had to guess, it would almost be a case of the pulverizer is probably something that, if I'm guessing, William Regal has seen somebody over in the UK doing that move, and he's like, hey, do this.
Well, do you remember who Logan Paul's producer is on a lot of his matches?
Hurricane
Helms.
Hurricane. Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, it does.
When you see all the stuff that he does and even attempts, it's like, oh yeah, came from that mind.
King Todd had the game. Def Jam Vendetta.
That's the game.
Yeah. Ooh,
Good
John
enough.
Danzo. The Cobra. That is unique.
Yeah. Well, the
although that's just a variation on the finger poke of doom. So.
Fair.
Let's see. Brian Adams did it in WCW according to Google and called it the Chronics F5. All right. Breeze Dorling saying the Pedigree.
There is footage of Andre doing that to somebody where he just stuck their head between his knees
and then just
grabbed their wrists. He didn't hook their arms, but he just grabbed their wrists and held them out like that, and then just dropped to his knees. And it was
Andre was the man.
He did it as a shoot, and just like to some guy in Japan.
Funnyish says, how about Cena's Thunder Fist?
Ugh. That was one of those. Who was smoking what to come
the 5
up with this
moves
idea?
of doom. Hey, it was hilarious. All the build up for this big new devastating move that he has learned, and then
he did it once.
Yeah. Hurricane did one of the
doing that now.
Right.
You want to get heat? Let's go.
Hurricane did one of the sickest moves ever, the Vertebreaker. First time I saw that, yes. And I will say that may be one of the last truly innovative moves up until, I guess, if One-Winged Angel might be.
Styles Clash.
Although I would say the Styles Clash is just a pedigree variant.
Okay. I'll give that.
Here's the last one that I saw that was a new one. And that was Samoa Joe's walk away. I never saw people do it before Samoa Joe.
True.
It's a defensive move.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would call it a move as much as a reaction, but I'll
He
give it to you.
moves.
And anybody that ever tries it ever in the entire history of wrestling
Samoa
will
Joe.
acknowledge that guy for
The
doing it.
Crossroads, also known as the roll of the dice.
Yep.
What was that guy's name? Is it Big Vito?
Was it Big Vito?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or no,
Which then
Reno.
Oh, that's it.
Reno was the
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. And Chris just popped in Reno. Yep, the roll of the dice. Styles Clash was nothing but Michelle McCool's Faith Breaker.
Uh,
Other
That
than
was before Michelle McCool.
Styles
though.
Clash was before Michelle McCool's, because he did that back in '99 on WCW.
Yeah. It was.
I think
it was
Michelle
like,
McCool might have still been in high school.
Yeah, it was a blatant. Hey, we're not going to book AJ. I know.
Ooh.
Give that move to one of the girls.
Yeah. Funny as you're saying the Superman punch. It's just a variation on what Big Show was
On a
doing.
Superman punch.
Yeah. What about Samoa Joe's finisher? Yeah, the muscle buster.
Yeah. He said he saw it, and some guy in Japan did it.
Yeah, he didn't come up with... Japan's where a lot of them come up with stuff. Like, even Kenny Omega came up with... Well, I don't know if he came up with One-Winged Angel, but he was doing it over there in Japan.
Yeah.
All this Andre talk, now I want to see AI baby Andre.
That would be a toddler.
The buckshot lariat. Yeah, that's another good one. You know, guys, I didn't tell you, we've been struggling trying to get the AI to do babies anymore.
Right.
I was able to successfully get a few of them today. Just a few. But I had to do a slight variation. Instead of it asking it to do like a baby version or a realistic baby version, I said, I want you to come up with to reimagine this as if you took Disney's Pixar and mixed it with a real person and what that would look like. So hyper-realistic, cartoon kind of animated style.
So, okay, I got another idea for you though, Josh.
Okay.
I've been seeing these videos on Instagram Reels and stuff like that, where they play the song like Tears in Heaven or whatever it is, and they play that, but they show some of the wrestlers that have passed away and what they would look like now.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do some of those, like wrestlers, but instead of babies, older, to see if we can guess them? You know, like Jey Uso in his 70s.
I would be more okay doing it with current like wrestlers, or those that are still, that haven't passed. Because I don't know how I feel about somebody that has.
I'm not saying doing the ones with the ones that have passed, but
what was it?
Like
one of
Logan
you guys
Paul
sent me
80s.
Yeah, one of you guys sent me a link to something that was like a few of the wrestlers that had passed, like a Macho Man or an Eddie Guerrero or whatnot, what they would look like if they were alive today.
Yeah.
And those were
good.
Those were kind of amusing and entertaining and whatnot. But to see what like Cody, what would Cody look like 30 years from now? What would
and how bad
Cena
would that
look
tattoo
like 30
look?
years from now? Well, considering he says that he has to go get it touched up every so often. Hey, Cena just stole my gimmick.
That wasn't a tag. That was a back chop. I saw the sweat fly off that.
But he tagged Logan Paul in just to step outside to tag himself back in.
Team Heat's having some heat between them.
Get on your toes, Uso.
Oops. That's one way of leading into a hot tag.
Yep. Nice.
Snap. Whoop.
Almost overshot that one.
Nice.
Homelander's going to bring it home.
Do it. I like me some Cody Rhodes, but I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to the Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he turns heel, it's going to be so much fun.
Because I could totally see him going like full-blown MJF on it.
Yeah. Mando Brunt said the Unprettier was a great move, but I think I recall Christian somewhere saying that he used the move from someone else.
That was great.
Shout out to Petey Williams for TNA days for the Destroyer, or the Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
That may be the last. That may be the last innovative move that has changed.
Gone on past the guy that uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the DDT, still this day, so many people do it. And Jake the Snake himself is like, he's like, hey, whenever I see it, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Because they acknowledge that I started it.
And
as a finisher.
The Canadian Destroyer might be the last innovative move that came from North America.
Oh, sure.
Like, I'm including Mexico in that too, because Japan has done so much of the innovation on moves. Christopher John saying, gotta be honest, when the match has nothing on the line, it's hard to get into it, especially with a great match or a great chat like this. Yeah.
Touche.
I love the discussion, guys. I appreciate it.
This match it feels like it's progressing a storyline and setting up a couple.
Oh, yeah.
Grizz Thorn, AI steampunk children would be kind of wild and maybe hard.
It would be hard.
Ooh.
Hard for us to guess. Well, for you guys to guess, because I'd be generating it.
Why don't the viewers generate it? Go for it.
Put them together, send them over.
Oh.
It is impressive.
Yeah.
He can't do it on everybody, though.
What? Oh, his drone?
No, the pulverizer. Chalky81, the Tiger Driver by Misawa.
Mm.
How about the Van Terminator with Van Damme?
Quite possibly.
Uh-oh, he still got the drone in hand. Uh-oh.
Okay, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
Hey, going back to the comment earlier of innovative.
Oh!
And the splash.
So they just did the Power of Glory.
Yep.
And we had to watch it from the drone perspective. No, I want to see this. Oh, he went from over there. That was a long.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling's so good.
Logan
Non-wrestling
versus
fans
Cena?
are just weird.
Question mark? Maybe.
It's possible.
Maybe. That slap, like that time at SummerSlam where Taker slapped his own partner Big Show when they took on X-Pac and Kane. Yeah. David is saying John Cena needs to lose every time.
Agreed.
You're going to tell me
Agreed.
that's not cool? No, we're not going to tell you that's not cool. That drone, that's the innovation that he brings. You called it. I tried to explain it. The content creator wrestler combo. Unique perspectives. And it's a whole lot better than the referee's earpiece camera.
Oh my goodness.
But let me ask you a question. Is that as really that innovative? Because if you think about it, how's that any different than, Vince McMahon's camera thing on the wire that he ended up getting the NFL to take?
The NFL to do?
It's about the same thing. It's just no wires.
Started with the XFL.
Yeah, I mean it's
innovative. It's just nobody's done it in this context.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's
at this time
any less innovative than what Vince came up with the X camera or whatever they call it. Oh,
and
me thinking that was supposed to budge,
and he just rolls off. He's like, "Oh, my spleen."
Y'all know what you're supposed to put in the chat right now. I shouldn't have to say it. Somebody's seen Botchamania. Y'all know what we say when that happens.
Owie.
First person to call it, it's getting featured.
What are you doing? Don't do it. You're going to hurt yourself. Broke that time.
Chalky81 got it. I am the table.
I am the table.
Now I know why it didn't give.
Referee's over there with Jay pretty close too.
He gets some crazy distance on his jumps.
Oh.
Like,
and
love him or hate him, you can't deny his athleticism.
And Jay was smart enough to roll towards the edge, knowing that it was a long jaunt.
Referee's still down there with Jay.
Still checking on Jay?
Yeah. He's like, he was mentioning and talking to him and then talking into his mic a lot and still down there by Jay. Maybe it's just the filler while he uses the...
Oh, yeah. So that he's not watching this.
Yeah. Roman Reigns. No?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's too dark.
Moose?
He's way too dark.
It's truth. It's truth. Love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. I just got chills up my
mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was so cool.
Truth bumps. That's what they're called from now on. Truth is there.
I feel so much better now.
Truth. So good.
Yeah, he was too... the ankles were too dark to be Roman. That was awesome.
Cody got a little shiner going on?
He always gets injured.
Yep, and because of that, marks on him. Seth can't come out. Like, you can't have that and then have the...
But Jay's still down.
Which is going to play up tomorrow's title, or not tomorrow, but Monday's title defense. Yeah. And then Seth cashing in.
Truth bumps running wild.
Oh,
So good. Yep, they worked us all. If it was, I think not only did they work us, I think they worked a lot of the boys in the back there too.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, they went so far as to, Rhea was wearing an R-Truth T-shirt during a backstage thing, and they made her change.
Yeah.
Like
Or
last week. Stop it.
we can't help it. Breeze Dorlin, better answer that phone because I freaking called it.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Now, or was Truth telling the truth when he said, I won't be re-signing, but he still has some time left, so he's doing a little
something,
Hey.
something.
I have no idea. Yeah,
Who knows?
Christopher Strike Leather. Now I'm confused. Is R-Truth still leaving or did he sign a new contract? I don't know.
I think we're all confused.
I don't know.
I mean,
yeah,
heck,
lucky shot. I called
I
it
would-
too.
I would not
even
be surprised
Miz and
if this
everybody
ranks.
else ended up getting rid of WWE off their Instagram stuff.
That was so good.
Off their social.
Logan
I
looks
would not be
catatonic and no one's
surprised.
checking on him.
I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be one of those scenarios that of like Matt Hardy getting fired because
Oh, yeah.
Lita was involved elsewhere, and then having such backlash and such.
Yep. Tommy
And
says it
going
could have
from
just
the
been a
online-
change from everyone's disappointment, and that's possible. They could have just changed the script and say, "Hey, the outrage is." Yep.
So Cody's
that's what they
asking
did with
for a
that
mic.
one
I don't know if you
WrestleMania.
guys can see it yet.
No, we can't see it yet. We're on commercial break.
Cody just asked for a mic.
Mando says it's 3:20 in the UK. Thanks for helping us stay up, guys. Look forward to the next quiz. All right, we'll catch you. And I don't know if you guys saw, I
Appreciate
put
it.
down in
Much
the
love.
ticker what our next week's upload schedule is as well. So if you guys were wanting a preview,
Sneak
hit
peek.
rewind and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, give the fans what they want. Truth, a mania. Maybe we'll get answers during the post-show presser, bros. Yep. Cody just said, thank you, Truth.
Yes.
Christopher John, we are all confused and we're all happy. 100%.
It's true.
Yep.
It's so true.
There was another one that I've got to get some credit here. King Todd, at first he said the
Yeah.
spear on the table, but the table doesn't break. Disappointing. And then we saw what happened with it when it did break.
Right.
And he says, okay, I'm going to say it. Logan Paul does a better springboard moonsault than Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
Straight.
wrong. It's
Yeah.
straight. It's perfect. He gets so much distance when he needs to, height when he
It's-
needs to.
It's pretty.
It is. Yep.
It's pretty.
Yeah, Christopher
That
John. I've been
doesn't-
watching long enough to know not to underestimate Logan Paul. He's got some ability there for sure.
Oh yeah, he's got some skills. I mean, he is no Shawn Michaels, but he's got some skills. And glad that he's on the roster.
Yep. K-Dog87, lest we get what we want from the WWE, we wanted truth, and we got it. Yep. Yeah, Tommy, if we weren't all confused, it wouldn't be truth. This is true. Funnyish
accurate.
says, I think that Truth beats Cena for the title and then drops it to someone else, maybe Cody. Yep. That could be good. And then Christopher John saying, are y'all going to live stream the post show as well? We are not going to live stream the post show as well. I got some church to get to in the morning, do some preaching. So we'll be wrapping this up shortly. And I got to check on my wife and daughter. They went to a new indie promotion here in Iowa that just started up tonight. Fight Pro Wrestling, doing their first show as a fundraiser. and their initial announcement was that they were going to have Chavo Guerrero, as well as EC3 and Ken Mr. Anderson. As well as a few other local indie guys. And then we found out yesterday that Chavo had something pop up. He wasn't able to make it. But they wound up taking the tickets because they were given free. And it was like, I can't go because I'm here with y'all. So, yep. So my wife and daughter, they wound up going up there and sent me a picture. AJ Smooth was there in attendance. She's like, you didn't tell me he was going to be wrestling.
What's up, AJ?
So,
Smooth was working. Cool.
Anywho, yes, great PLE. I really enjoyed that. Is it bad when I think that maybe my least favorite match of the night was a Dominic Mysterio match? And it's probably just because it was short. Like it wasn't bad. It was just short. So
it was good. I liked it, but I wouldn't go say it was my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. As far as we'll just hash this out while everybody's listening, so in case they want to find out and they want to know, as far as next streaming, do we want to do Night of Champions? It's on the 28th, but so that's in 3 weeks. But because it's in Saudi Arabia, it's 11:30 a.m. my time. So it's like a day morning streaming. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Well, that's the one they were just advertising some stuff.
That's where the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament.
I think we're going to have to. That's at what time?
11:30 my time, 12:30 yours.
On a Saturday?
On a Saturday.
To be determined.
Yeah. Ewo Joe saying that Chavo was at Worlds Collide. That would make sense. So he probably didn't find out until last minute that they wanted him there, and that's why he showed up there and couldn't make it to Iowa. Okay, so we'll put it this way for you guys that are wanting to know when we're streaming next. There's a pretty good chance that Night of Champions, or rather Day of Champions, we will be streaming.
Thank you.
And then after that, the next one I think that we're looking at is AEW All In Texas. And that'll be July 12th. So,
all right.
It's also the same night as Saturday night's main event.
Yep, which we will not be streaming.
But
and the night.
Why do you have 2 p.m. written down for All In Texas?
Because All In Texas is at 2 p.m.
Oh. So back-to-back day ones, okay.
I don't know if that was in response to WWE just trying to bombard AEW with events, because they took the night before NXT they've got SmackDown there. They've also got, I think that day is an NXT that they're trying to do. Then they're doing Saturday night's main event, and then the following night they're doing Evolution. So they've got like 4 shows all around AEW's one big one. So I don't know if that was in response to that, or if it's just because it's AEW's big one and they're like, maybe we don't want people being out until midnight. So I don't know.
Seriously.
But yeah, those are the 2 next ones that we're looking at. Night of Champions on the 28th, okay. And then All In Texas. So, but apart from that,
meanwhile we got friends in the chat that are just went to bed at 3 a.m.
This is very true. Yep. So, Josh was saying, yeah, I got to lead part of a service tomorrow for a guest preacher myself, so I should probably get to bed too. Thanks for adding to the enjoyment, gentlemen. Good to hear. And King Todd saying, Money in the Bank gets an 8 out of 10. R-Truth comeback saved the show from getting a 5 out of 10. Would have been a 9 out of 10 if Stephanie Vacour and LA Knight would have won.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up for here. Make sure, if you guys have got wrestling friends, let them know about wrestling related. And y'all should see a new one dropping from us on Monday. And we'll catch you then.